Bezel, my brother. The word out. Love and light to you. Y'all hit that thumbs up, like, share, and all that good stuff. It's the word out. Gang with this thing. All praise to Fred. Yeah. Up rocking early. You know what I'm saying? All praise to the great spirit. I'll send this out. Book of Judgment, Part 4. Grade of nations, mortals, and angels. Creative game still cooking, baby. What's the word, my brother Bezel? We got you, Mama Hardy in the building. Oh, wait. This the CG gang. You know how we work? Yeah. The CG gang. You know how we work? Yaffa, yaffa. Yeah. Y'all tap on in with your little brother, man. You know, ain't nothing but your regular. All praise to the great spirit. It's the CG gang. You know how we work. Elijah 7 in the building. That's right. Salute. Who else we got in the building? My brother BC, Brandon Carter, is in the building. What's the word, King? Love and light to the fam. What's up cooking in the morning? You know how it is. Still morning, why, man? Yeah, still cooking. Y'all hit that like button, share button, subscribe button. Shout out to the haters, jaw jackers, and naysayers. Yeah. We know y'all. We love y'all too, should I say. We love y'all and know you Negroes. Gang. All praise to the great spirit, man. It's the CG gang. You know how we work. Yeah, I'm feeling marvelous, bro. I can't complain. Credit is truly marvelous, man. Undefeated. You know what I mean? I figured come on and drop a million tons of light real quick. A megaton. You know? Shit, this is what it is. When it comes down to the deities, you know, hey, look, it's what it is over this way. My brother Bishop XFG Gazy, y'all. Daisy, baby. Yeah. Still cooking. You know how we work. It's the CG gang. You know how we work. It's the CG gang. You know how we work. Selah Shalom in the building. Hey, y'all share that in all our chat groups, man. Our messenger groups, chat groups. Let them know, hey, gang still cooking. Yeah, share it in the creative gang chats. I ain't get a chance to. What's the deal? CG gang, you know how we work. Still cooking. Yeah, it's all good. You know how we work. Brother, it's the CG gang. You know how we work. Yeah, I see the title. Book of Judgment, Part 4, the grade of nations, mortals, and angels. Creative gang still cooking, baby. Back for the run back. Get your fall back. Fall back. Selah Shalom in the building. Or watch me Bible, my brother. Always good to chop it up with the gang, man. CGG. Man, the world ain't even ready for it, man. That's how I go. We gonna get them ready. Just swung through and drop a megaton light bomb. A megaton is 1,000,000 tons of light, baby. Yeah, apply pressure. Not what we doing. You know what I mean? We ain't out here tiptoeing through no tulips. Mighty cuddling. You know. Side jawing. We ain't doing none of that. Straight to it. Straight to it. You know what I mean? Make the Millie Mouth naysayers mad. They be all right. Angelic, my sister. Sister Michigan is in the building, baby. Yeah. Nigga, it's the CG gang. You know how we work. You know how we work. Yeah. You know how we work. Get the t-shirt. Yeah. Much love and light to the fam, man. Yeah. You ain't playing with these boys. Back to back with it. Back with it. Where Bronze at, man? Where my brother Bronze at this deal? It's the CG gang. You know how we work. You know, babe. Ooh-wee. How y'all doing today? If I could be heard, y'all drop a 12,000 in the chat. Y'all drop a 12,000 in the chat for my brother to be heard. Malaki Macabee in the building, baby.
All right, question for Is. Would you kill your child, your son, if your God told you to?
You said the Most High told me to?
Yeah.
Or man, the Most High said do it, then that's what it is. Yeah, man, the Most High said do it, then that's what it is.
Yeah, man, the Most High said do it, then that's what it is.
A 22-year-old woman told hotel workers in Holmes County that she had been directed by God. To go on a shooting spree about the solar eclipse, and that not long after she left the hotel in a purple Dodge Challenger driving to the interstate, traveling west, shooting into two cars. One of the drivers was shot in the neck, the other grazed in his arm.
If your God came to you right now, tonight, in pomp and glory, shining, and he commanded the death of your child, would you sacrifice your child?
If the Most High is going to do it, of course.
Peter Lucas Moses refers to himself as a radical religious person who is with the Black Hebrews. And he just pleaded guilty to killing a four-year-old and a woman that he was living with. He killed the 4-year-old because he thought he was gay.
Moses believed 4-year-old Higginbotham was homosexual. Klein says Moses took Higginbotham to the garage, played the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew, and shot him.
If God came to you and told you to sacrifice your kid, would you sacrifice your kid?
Hell yeah.
God is called a terrible, demon-like power. God is called a terrible, demon-like power. God is called the terrible, demon-like power. So Napa means empty, you could say, or open. Shita means demon, or demon-like or terrible. Shita means demon, or demon-like or terrible. Shada means demon, or demon-like or terrible.
According to the criminal complaint, Polite told investigators God told him to shoot Pastor Germany.
God told him to shoot Pastor Germany.
And he wanted to go to jail to clear his mind.
Would you kill your child or your grandchild if God told you to?
Oh, man.
So that's a yes?
Yeah, it's a yes. It's a yes. But I think that it would be a test. I don't think the Lord would actually tell you to do it. I think it would just be a test because we can see.
You'd be willing to go through with it?
I'll go through any trial the Lord puts me through.
He was leader Yahweh Ben, the self-proclaimed Son of God. One day in 1981, her North Dade home became a house of death. Banks and her husband, Carlton Carey, had just returned from talking with police about another Yahweh member who had been decapitated. Today, Yahweh Ben Yahweh is charged in her attempted murder and the death of her husband. October 1986, Yahweh's takeover in an Opalaka apartment building. Two residents who were ordered to leave publicly complained. That night, both were shot to death.
Wow! Judah, do you hear me? If the Most High Yahweh tells you to kill your family, would you do it? Yes or no?
Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. Oh, Judah, no.
Damn. Judah didn't mean that, y'all. If the Most High say, put your family down, would you do it for the Most High?
By faith, yes. By faith, yes.
By faith, yes.
But he's going to tell me not to do it, just like he did Abraham. We have a story like that already. Next.
The moral law is that if a child was to be rebellious, towards their parents, they was to be taken down and be stoned to death because of that. You see what I'm saying?
Would you do that? Would you do that if your God came back to you today in glory and said, I want you to stone your son if he get rebellious? Would you? Would you do it?
Yeah, I probably would. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I probably would. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I probably would. Yeah, I would.
Wow.
The Most High was to come to you and ask you to off your loved ones. Would you do it, brother?
If I had made the mistake, if I didn't have ancestors inside of me and I made the mistake to make babies with outside nations, and then I heard the download from my ancestors saying that you need to put them away, yes, I will put them away. Yes, I will put them away.
Yes, I will put them away.
Okay, Judah Nazareth, if the Most High come to you and say, I want you to put down your family, I have a better movement for you that I need you to do, would you do it?
They're out of here. They're out of here. They're out of here.
Creator gang is undefeated. I keep it real, pack to steal if whoever want it. Clap, Judah be running laps when he get confronted. Got Devil Cosmine and knock you off of 500. They hit the club, roll up a Judah dub, forever blunted. Contemplating on who we gonna take out next. Got Cosma, Cal, Malaki Macabee the best. The 4 horsemen who understand the business. Contract killers won't hesitate to kill a witness. 21 bodies executed on my hit list. JJ trying to watch me, trying to take pictures. Y'all working with woods and paint, a bunch of snitches. Peer pressure separate the real from the bitches. Niggas be gang gang until you start to bang bang. Let a nigga brains hang on everybody like dang. You thought it couldn't happen. Yahweh wouldn't smoke 9/11 Manhattan. Bullets in his breastplate, both lungs collapsing. Hands reaching in the air for the air he grasped it. The flyer was made, Sila Shalom, first captain. But the captain ran away just like if nothing happened. I'm a certified killer. Peel a nigga, cut him open and feed him his own liver. Graphic is how I paint the picture. Shoot shots like a pitcher. Split JJ like a swish. Cut the head off for the lion's den and watch the rest of the body quiver. Core shots I deliver when it's crunch time on the trigger. Got two pair of eagles fly like seagulls when it's time. I scoot out, shoot out. Air out Yara every time. Standing behind enemy lines, killing my enemies every time. Defend the faith like Muslim Sunni soldiers at a shrine. I facilitate thoughts beyond the thoughts of mankind. Create a gang is in the prime while you niggas get left behind. Creative gang is undefeated. Salute, Daryl Cosma, Cal, Malaki Macabee, and the whole Creative gang. Nigga, we outside with it. All that huffing and puffing don't mean nothing. You step in the dojo.
Yeah.
Jason Nero put the record on.
Creator gang coming. Turning up the light and watch some boys start running. Let me tell you something, we ain't out here doing nothing. I can tell you scared, boy, niggas stop fronting. It was all in the plan, comprehension, understand. Breaking boys off like Creator did the band. Cooler than the band, who you fooling, man? We be tearing shit up like we're taping some bands. Conscious community, yeah, we in demand. They hunger for the truth, debate or the booth. Sourcing up with the proof, AU on the tube. Catch me in the candy painted octagon coupe. Step in my boots while I'm knocking mines loose. You be the cobra, I be the mongoose. Plant base in my suit, meditate on my fruit. Red Star training, who let the gods loose?
Shoo! Anetrak set.
Anetrak unbet het.
Shoo! Anetrak set.
Chrak ast.
Nuke ast. Shoo!
Nuke set. Chrak ast.
Anetrak set.
Nuke ast.
Shoo!
Anetrak unbet het.
Shoo!
Nuke.
Shoo!
In the land of truth and light, where the spirits dance all night, the Creator gang shines bright, guiding us with all their might. Trumpets sound across the sky as we raise our voices high, praising the one most high, under the auspice watchful eye. We sing songs of love and grace in this sacred space. For the Creator gang we embrace, their wisdom we chase, with trumpets playing in tune, under the silvery moon. We dance until the morning sun, this connection never undone. Harmony in every beat, our faith is concrete. Through the pages of the OSP, ancient wisdom on display, teaching us the righteous way, leading us to a brighter day. With each trumpet blast, we're reminded of the past and the love that will ever last in this divine contrast. United in spirit, we uplift and hear it. We sing songs of love and grace in this sacred space. For the Creator gang we embrace, their wisdom we chase. With trumpets playing in tune, under the silvery moon, we dance until the morning sun. This connection never undone. We sing songs of love and grace in this sacred space. For the Creator gang we embrace, their wisdom we chase. With trumpets playing in tune, under the silvery moon, we dance until the morning sun. This connection never undone. Never undone. Never undone.
Create a gang is crazy. Boy, y'all better pay attention. Create a gang is crazy. Boy, y'all better pay attention. Create a gang is crazy. Boy, y'all better pay attention. Create a gang is crazy. Boy, y'all better pay attention.
Create a gang is undefeated. Create a gang is undefeated. Know that. Know that. They not like us. Separate the real from the fake is a must. We stand on Creator and know God we trust. Team Kemet got crushed into powder and dust. Woo! Kemet looking bad now. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many men down? Look at us all running, ducking, trying to skip town. Now power one it in. You Hebrew, what you Kemet now? Siding with the people that enslaved your own people now? Chop you up into pieces and throw you in the river now. Bet you right beside you get ate by Kemetic crocodile. Look, we got them running, covering square miles. Scared to death, what's left? Only to take the crown. Get smashed down on your own stomping ground. We took over like the Hicksons on your turf doing a disco. 2-stepping, no half-stepping with the info. You wouldn't even know the book of the dead, bro, if it wasn't for the translation done by my sparrow. Your time's narrow, semi-missiles blow out your arch arrows. Arches down, so goes the pharaoh. I saw him reading the glyphs like he an expert. But where he learned that from? This about to hurt. First translation came from Samuel Birch. European Egyptology gave you it first. You couldn't translate a bird to a word without looking up them European definition verbs. Y'all niggas acting like y'all blackity black. Frontin' to the people, man, y'all niggas actually whack. Your pathetic comedic creation myth is a trap. The blind leading the blind with no actual facts. Shabario Saze, you softer than Sade. Come to find out he followed Yahweh. That was your execution. You par Rosicrucian. Western thought you using. You are quite confusing. Don't know what you doing. How my eye got you moving. Right now you are losing. At your wake I'm viewing. R.I.P. communion. Mummy wrapped in ruin. OSP is ruling. Science has been proven. All motion moving. You live in an illusion. Who you think you fooling? Think you need some schooling? It's like Reggie out here living in a ghost town. Walking around like I see dead men. Full around. I don't believe in spirits, but I believe them now. Stuttering Stanley, you can have a seat now.
Stuttering Stanley, stuttering Stanley, stuttering Stanley, stuttering Stanley.
Freaky ass Kemet, they got 69 gods. Freaky ass Kemet, they got 69 gods. Freaky ass Kemet, they got 69 gods. 69 gods, 69 gods. Freaky ass Kemet, they got 69 gods. Freaky ass Kemet, they got 69 gods. Freaky ass Kemet, they got 69 gods. 69 gods, 69 gods. Create a gang is undefeated. Create a gang is undefeated, and it's gonna remain that way. And it's. This is the Cosmon teachings in the words of Jehovah and his angel ambassadors from the Cosmon Bible, or WASPI. And the topic of discussion today is called the grades and rates of mortals and angels. Now, and again, here I'm going to be reading from the book I put together called The Timetables of Prophecy. And it's a chapter in here I got called the grades and rates of mortals and angels. And I'm going to explain
what does the grades and rates mean? First, what are the grades? All mortals and angels are graded on earth and in heaven. The grades apply to both worlds. The grades start from grade 1 to grade 99. Grade 1 being the lowest grade, grade 50 is considered being balanced in the grades, and grade 99 is being the highest grade. What determines your grade is the labor you do for yourself and others. This is the foundation of the grades. A person who does things for himself only without doing anything for others is considered to be in grade 1, which is the lowest grade one can attain. So if you know anybody out there that's real selfish, they have a low grade, and the low grade is not a good thing. Now, a person who does things 50% for himself and 50% for others would be considered grade 50, being balanced in the grades. Now, a person who does things for others only without doing anything for himself is considered to be grade 99, which is the highest grade one can attain. These grades among mortals on earth have to do with the heavenly places they will inhabit after death. The heavens are made up of 3 different levels, as I stated in the previous vid, what and where is heaven. Starting with the first heaven, then the second heaven, then the third heaven. And then at the harvest times, the appointed times, to the emancipated heavens, Etheria, outside the earth and its atmosphere. And the grades determine which of the 3 heavens you will rise to after death. Now, these grades among angels in heaven have to do with ascending up through the 3 heavens, starting from the first heaven, working their way up to the 3rd heaven. And during the harvest times, being every 400 years within an arc cycle, you and your hosts will ascend as brides and bridegrooms with God, Lord God, and his lords by the Etherians who descend down at the appointed times. Now, so the purpose for both mortals and angels belonging to the earth and her heavens is to rise into the highest heavens, Etheria. And the grades are the determining factor on how you get there. Now, what are the rates? The rates determine how long one will uphold his grade. A mortal or angel may have a grade of 25 and uphold that grade for 20 years, and then rise to grade 45 or 50 for another 20 years, and then raise to grade 75 for another 20 years. The rate upheld was 20 years. That's how you determine the rates, based upon the length of time one upholds his or her grade. This applies both to ascending and descending in the grades. It's no different than school. You may uphold that A+ from about 2nd grade, 1st grade to about 5th grade, 4th grade. And then you may start getting B's on your report card. So you may upheld that A+ for 4 years. And this is just an example to show you how the grades and the rates work. You can see the same system in school. These things are really elementary. Now, Book of Judgment, chapter 12, verse 3 and 6. Verse 3, it states, "These are the grades of the resurrection of the souls of men." Verse 6, "I people the heavens of the earth with the spirits of the dead. According to their grade in their corporeal lives, so do I arrange them." So the Creator got this mapped out systematically, orderly. So according to your corporeal grade, when you alive, that's going to determine where you will be placed after you die. Now, Book of Judgment, chapter 6, verse 1 through 9, it states, "Whether on earth or in heaven, the same rules apply unto both." Verse 2, "He that serveth himself one half and serveth others one half shall stand grade 50. Verse 3, "He that serveth himself 3/4 and others 1/4 shall stand at grade 25. He that serveth himself 1/4 and others 3/4 shall stand at grade 75. Verse 5, "He that serveth himself only shall stand at grade 1. Verse 6, "He that serveth others wholly shall stand at grade 99. Verse 7, "And whosoever serveth accordingly himself or others shall stand in grade even as his works manifest." Verse 8, "To serve oneself is to work for oneself, to strive for oneself, to think for one's own self, as to what will profit one's own self." And a person who moves like this is considered the lowest in the grades. You have a very low grade because you're a selfish person. All you're concerned about is yourself. While you may have others around you starving, may need help, and you may have it, but you don't want to help out. You are considered the lowest according to the grades. And when you cross over, you will find yourself in a place of the same grade. And grade 1 is the lowest grade. That's what is considered to be in hell. Now, verse 9. To serve others is to do good unto others, to help them, to teach them, to give them joy and comfort. This is the service of Jehovah. So here it gives you the foundation on how the grades are determined based off what you do for yourself and what you do for others. Those who labor for self only, like I said, have the lowest grade. The person who labors for others wholly, denying himself in the process, carries the highest grade. This is how you determine where you will stand in the grades. And this is how the spirits of the dead are placed within the heavenly kingdoms based off the grades while on earth, while still alive on earth. And this is how the spirits of the dead are placed within the heavenly kingdoms based off the grades. So if you know a person that's constantly giving out what he has, if you ask him for $1, he give you 5. If he give you his last, a person like that is considered high in the grades. Now, here are the grades and ascension of the spirits after death according to the grades and rates. Book of Judgment, chapter 12, verse 17, it states, I feel not the air of the firmament with the angels scattered about, but I give unto them regions habitable and homelike, and I grade them suitable to the resurrection of the spirits of the dead. So this verse shows how the heavens are arranged based off the grades. Now, Book of Judgment, chapter 6, verse 11 through 9, it states, verse 11, after such manner in general are the grades of my heavens of the earth and atmosphere. Verse 12, grade 1 is on the earth. Grade 50, midway between the earth and the emancipated heavens etheria. Verse 13, grade 25 is 1/4 way up from the earth toward etheria. But grade 75 is 3/4 the way up towards etheria. And so on. Relatively, grade and place of ascent intermediately. Verse 14, but the grade 99 is the highest atmospherian grade, preparatory to the entrance into the company of the all pure in spirit. So the grades of mortals and angels determine the place within the 3 heavens of the earth. Angels that carry a grade of 1 are angels that reside on the earth, inspiring mortals with their influences. And those who carry a grade of 75 to 99 reside in the 3rd heaven, becoming brides and bridegrooms with God, his Lord, God, and Lords, to ascend into the Etherian realms by the Etherian ships that'll descend at the appointed harvest time. Now, verse 15, but good works alone are not sufficient to attain the highest grade, for they require knowledge and capacity to unfold others. So just being good is not going to get you there also. You know, you could be good, but you could be a dumb person at the same time. So at the same time, you got to be obtaining knowledge while doing good works. Now, verse 16, to accomplish which those of the higher grade shall often return to the lower and learn to lift them up. For this is that which calleth the Etherians in the times of resurrection. Verse 17, wherein the righteous who are yet mortal begin at once lifting up their fellows. Verse 18, which labor is to the spirit as exercise is to the mortal body, that which giveth strength. Verse 19, judge then thyself, O man, of the earth, as to thy place, thy spirit will rise in time of thy death. So here it gives the levels of ascension based off the grades. Grade 1 being the lowest grade, which heavenly place rests on the earth within the 1st heaven. So spirits that are in grade 1 are earthbound, not able to rise above the 1st heaven. Grade 50, which heavenly place starts within the 2nd heaven or the 2nd atmospheric region. These heavens are maintained by angels who labor for self and others equally, being balanced in the grades. Grade 99 being the highest grade is within the 3rd heaven. Those angels who obtain these regions are those who labor for others wholly without considering self. All angels in this heaven maintain a grade of 75 to 99, And if a mortal obtain this grade while on earth, he or she will receive inspiration from angels in the third heaven. For whatever grade a person maintains, likewise will be his inspiring angel of the same grade. Now, the grades and rates of cities among mortals and angels. Just as individual grades are determined, the same rules apply to cities and nations. Book of Judgment, chapter 9, verse 1 through 9, it states, remember thy Creator and the magnitude of his creation. Before him thou art but an atom, and as only one small creature. Verse 2, nevertheless, a multitude of people make a nation, with cities and hamlets. Verse 3, these are also graded by thy God, according to the ascendancy or the declination of the whole. Verse 4, if a city, then the grade of all the people shall be summoned together in a scale of 100. Verse 5, and if a nation, then the grade of the city and hamlets and of people of isolation shall be summoned together in a scale of 100. Verse 6, and if the people are above grade 50 and half below grade 50, the grade of that people shall be 50. Verse 7, if 1/4 only, then the grade of that people shall be 25. Verse 8, on the basis of individual grades shall be the grades of a city and a nation. Verse 9, and the behavior of a city or nation shall be graded in the same way, after the manner of an individual. So here are the breakdown of the grades of cities and nations. If a nation of people is in grade 1, so will be the inspiring host of angels of that city. But in the same grade, grade 1, an earthly or heavenly city that has a low grade will be a city that will be in warfare, rioting, and anarchy. Such are the behavior of those in the lowest grades. The lower the grade, the more you have warfare, rioting, and anarchy on earth and in heaven. The higher the grade, the more you have peace, harmony, and unity and order in earth and in heaven. So these are basically the tables of prophecy. So when you look at different parts of the earth and you see different nations in warfare, you could see that these angels are of low grade. And when you look at another part of the earth and you see people harmonious, moving together in peace, you know that they are inspired by higher graded angels. And this is how you could begin to determine the grades and rates of angels, the rise and fall of nations based off these grades and rates. And this is part of the timetables of prophecy that Owaspi renders up. Now, Book of Judgment, chapter 9, verse 12, 13, 16, 17, 19, 20, and 21, and 22. Verse 12, and yet another nation maintained a standing army in order to maintain itself. That nation stood in grade 1 only. So with all the mighty weaponry that all the nations have on the earth, they only stand in grade 1, which is the lowest grade. Verse 13, the place of this last nation and entrance into the spirit world shall be grade 1, which is the animal region, which is on the earth. So all those who pursue and maintain standing armies, warfare, their spirits, when they cross over, shall maintain being on the earth instead of rising in the higher heavens. Verse 16, as these grades are on earth, so have I made them in the heavens thereof. In all cases, depending on what one doeth for the resurrection of others. Verse 17, if a city or nation or a kingdom in heaven do unto others in resurrection, then shall that nation be graded accordingly. Verse 19, but if they increase in raising individual grades, then are such cities and nations rising in grade. Verse 21, consider not its wealth, nor its ships, nor its armies, nor its great buildings. These altogether are only one grade, and are of no value as to the spiritual grade of its people. So all this materialism that you see that they glorify has no place in the spirit realm. And if you get caught up and worship these things and idolize these things and be bound to these things, when you cross over, your spirit will be graded in one, being on the earth, and grafting yourself on other individuals because you still have these desires. Now, verse 22, for the strength and life of thy nation depends on its spiritual grade. Pursue this, and thou shalt prophesy truly as to the growth or the downfall of a nation. So here is the blueprint to determine the rise and fall of nations based off ascending and descending in the grades and rates, which is the length of time a city or nation upholds its grade before ascending or descending. This is how you will be able to determine how and when a nation will fall in destruction or rise to power. Now, you have a lot of people who use the term Satan, the devil, the evildoers and all this. All those are titles bestowed on angels who are low in the grades. Like the Hebrew word for Satan, Hasatan, the Satan, just means deceiver and opposer. So anybody that opposes or deceives is considered Satan. It's a characteristic not to be confused with the actual individual or single person. Now, the angels and mortals that are below the grades. The hells on earth among mortals are warfare, crime, murder, rioting, and all unlawful acts against humanity. The hells in heaven among angels are warfare, rioting, anarchy against other angels and other heavenly kingdoms. The same rules apply to both. Now, Book of Judgment, chapter 6, verse 10. But there are some who are below the grades, who seek to do evil, who seek to make others unhappy, who delight in crime and pollution. These, if mortal, shall be called drunks, and if spirit, shall be called drugers. This is the behavior of mortals and angels that are lowest in the grades. Both on earth and in heaven, the same rules apply. Book of Judgment, chapter 4, verse 11 through 13, it states, but of such as are below grade 1, there are more than 6,000 millions. That's 6 billion, which compromiseth such angels as knowing nothing more than babies, though for the most part they were full-grown adults as to earth life. Some are fetals, some engrafters, being professional reincarnators who dwell with one mortal during his lifetime and then engraft themselves on another mortal during his lifetime and so on, calling themselves reincarnated, and in fact knowing no other heavens, being disbelievers in the all-person and in my exalted kingdoms. Verse 12, such as are below grade 1, I have classified this day as drugers, because they have not left the earth and entered the first resurrection. Verse 13, they inhabit mostly the oldest cities and places of filth and indecency. Nevertheless, they also inhabit the palaces of kings and queens and emperors and popes and priests and rich men. So here it shows you that the doctrine of reincarnation is a doctrine by angels of low grade. Those people who preach and teach reincarnation are under the influence or inspiration of angels of the lowest grades, because those in the lowest grades are earthbound spirits. The Creator's way is upward and outward toward the highest of heaven, the emancipated regions, Etheria. So for any mortal or angel to preach and teach reincarnation is hindering the progression through the grades to inherit the emancipated mansions in the Creator's kingdom, being his universes. This is a general breakdown of the grades and rates of mortals and angels, individually and socially, that determines the rise and fall of earthly and heavenly kingdoms. Now I'm going to leave it out on this note. Book of Judgment, chapter 13, verse 34 and 36. Verse 34. Remember, O man, these are the lessons of thy Creator, which he give unto thee, to learn to master the elements of thy surrounding. Verse 36. This is the beginning of thy resurrection, and thou shalt be thy own judge and master. Prophecy is not guesswork. Absolute rules govern all things. And with that, I'd like to say peace and blessings, and catch you on the next documentary called The Primary Education of the First and Second Heaven. Shalom.
Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's for my brother C-La Shalom, man. Hey, bro. Man, hey, look, them videos are timeless. When you put substance out, bro, it's just like good music. It's just like good music, good rap lyrics, like real rap. You dig? It's timeless. You can just put it on and let it play. You know what I mean? And it still relate to the day. It's the same with them videos, right? Just like real music is timeless. You dig? You got your real music, then you got your party music. It's like, all right, you know, really don't take too much to put that together. And you know what I mean? It really don't take no lyrical acrobatics to do that. But when you really down in your bag, you be in the studio when you really in your bag, and you got to come up with some punchlines and metaphors and really, flip something to make people say, dang, you dig? That type of music is timeless. It's timeless. You can't put a stamp on it. Bro, these videos y'all was made 10, 15 years ago. You dig? And they hit just as hard as if this brother made them yesterday. So salute to the bruh, man. You know what I mean? It's, there's a difference. And if you ask me, it ain't no comparison. Ain't no comparison. You know what I mean? Just sitting up listening to the same dry Torah portions every week. Like, you know what I mean? Same redundant scriptures, precepts. And just, calling women whores and white man's the devil and, debating. Like a Tazoria or something like that. You know what I mean? I can't even watch none of that stuff too long. It's boring. It's dry. You did, but when it's some substance, something that actually feeds your spirit, your inner man, bro, it's timeless. So never think, what you were doing was in vain. It did. And if ain't nobody else gonna replay it, I'm gonna replay it. You know what I mean? Just to keep it going, man. It's excellent too. For those that just getting into Sky Earth Spirit, I speak. Like, you feel me? That's why I be telling y'all, go to this brother channel, you know what I mean? And then go to his playlist. Subscribe to the brother. Support. I've been doing this a long time, man. You feel me? And I can empathize with that because I've been doing what I've been doing a long time. So, man, it ain't easy. It's not. It's not. It ain't like, that's all you do is just sit in the house and read and pump out videos. You got a life to live. You got to beat your feet and get out here and figure out ways to put some chili together. And, you know what I mean? And just family issues, personal issues of life, and, children. It's a lot, man. You know what I mean? To have all that on your shoulders and still, put out high quality, high info that, man, people just not catching up with this. Like, you dropping this stuff a decade ago, 15 years ago, and this 2025, almost 2026, and people is just not catching wind of it. You see what I'm saying? So never think that what you're doing, and that's for all of us, never think that what we're doing is, is something you just sneeze at or sweep under the rug, or you dig? Like, ain't nobody else even talking about none of this. Nobody else really talking about, the system in order on where you headed. Right? Everybody's trying to stay on Earth. Everybody's trying to figure out ways to prolong this. And you know why? Because it ain't been explained at all what we gonna be doing when we get to where we going. What we gonna be doing? What's the itinerary? What we gonna be doing? We gonna be learning, or we just gonna be sitting on the couch humming? What are we gonna be doing? We gonna be screaming holy, holy, holy all day, or what do we continue to do once we cross over, or is it just over? You feel me? So when you come with the system in order, man, you dig? And to be honest, it ain't no more higher information or no more pertinent information than where we headed. We all know, man, we all got an exit date. We all got an expiration date. Everybody know it. Everybody know it. So you need to ask yourself, no matter what spiritual system you find yourself in, you dig, why it ain't no detail about where we going. Now, what I need to do to get there, and how I, get to the first, second, third resurrection, how I increase my grades and spiritual rating. You know what I mean? Like, what can I be doing right now? You dig? So it ain't nothing, like, it really ain't nothing else. Anything else to talk about the afterlife or the spirit world, y'all, is real vague. It's vague. It ain't really no detail. That just was a 20-minute video that got more detail than you done learned in your entire life in your spiritual system. You ain't never heard nothing like that. What you mean graded? Like, dang, okay, great. I know about grades. I went to school. Yeah, you get your grade. You learn your lessons, take your tests, get your grades, and then you off to the next grade. You ascend. you resurrect. You know what I mean? That's what you do. That's what you do. You dig? So the beautiful thing about it is you already going through systems like that, especially you got short leggers or whatever. You already went through all that. And your shorties is going through it now. You dig? You learn, go to school, learn your lessons, take your tests, get your grade up, and then you move on to the next. Right, y'all? Why wouldn't it be the same thing in the next world? Why does that system stop here? Why? You know what I mean? So yeah, man, like this type of stuff is needed, and it's way more powerful than watching Tazoryak and Yawasop and all these cats battle Christians in Times Square or whatever part they was in. And are we still arguing if Jesus is the Most High God, or if his mama was a virgin, or if Gentiles can be saved? It's all redundant. It's all madness. That's what I'm saying. There's no substance in it for real. It's just like, oh, okay, yawn. You feel me? But when we get to talking about where we are headed, because we all know we headed that way, ask yourself this: why don't you know nothing about that? What trip is you going on and you don't know what the hell you about to be doing? Huh? Hey man, we going on a trip. Oh yeah, for sure. Where we going? I don't know. The hell you mean you don't know? What we gonna be doing when we get to where you don't know? I don't know. Is there any type of activities? Are we gonna be looking at some eye candy, boy? Some pretty women's? I don't know. How much it costs to get there? I don't know. Huh? What you mean you don't know? And what trip or vacation you going on and you don't know nothing about it? You ain't going on no vacation. You ain't connecting the dots. You don't know what you're gonna be doing. You know, you plan vacations. You be like, look, man, we about to go here. Nigga, this day we gotta be over here at this site right here. We're gonna be going sightseeing. We got activities for the kiddos. You know what I mean? This was the grown folk hour. You dig? We're gonna step on outside. You know what I mean? It's a little spot down the street. You know what I mean? We're gonna be salsa dancing and we're gonna be doing all that. You feel me? Like it's called an itinerary. You see what I'm saying? But the crazy part is, I don't know. Like, I think we die, what we gonna be doing? I don't know. So over this way, y'all, we got the whole, not only the system in order, the first, second, third resurrections in your grades, but also what you gonna be doing. You feel me, bro? It's man, look, bro, leave me alone. They got stuff called College of Creation, learning to balance sound waves, and oh my God, it's crazy, man. You drone builders and man, there's so much stuff you're gonna be doing. You continue to advance, and the beautiful thing about it, you take your talents. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show that real quick. You take your talents with you. So whatever you're doing right now, it becomes even more magnified in the heavens, right? You gotta ask yourself, people like they done saw UFOs before, spaceships, whatever. All right, somebody had to build it. Who built it? Like whatever you looking at in the sky, somebody built it. You dig? Whether on Earth or in the heavens. Who built that? This UFO you claim flying through the earth that you saw, you dig, that defies, you know what I mean, what you usually see. You haven't seen nothing like that. But it never crossed your mind. Somebody built that. It ain't just materialized out of nowhere. Somebody built it. Who built it? And who has the training and the knowledge to build something so advanced, you dig, that mortals are still baffled by it? Yeah, man, you're not about to be dying and just, you know, rolling through plush meadows, singing holy, holy, holy all day, man. It's a whole system. And just like when you arrived here, it was already a system in order. There's already education. You had parents waiting for you, doctors, nurses, receiving blankets, binkies. You know what I mean? Like, it's already a system in order. You ain't got it. In other words, when you got here, everything was prepared for you. And it's the same thing when you going. Same thing when you going. You don't got to invent nothing. You ain't got to, you just got to, you know, wherever you at, you got to adapt and fit in. You see? Let me show you how that, man. Your talents follow you. all this I don't know. Nigga, ask anybody. Ask a Christian, Israelite, Muslim. Man, what are we about to be doing? You gonna get a real vague answer. If you a Muslim, yeah, I believe you get like 70 virgins and all the goat milk you can drink. And that's a man. So what do the Muslim women get? I think the Muslim men get 70 virgins. I wonder what y'all gonna be doing with them. 70 virgins and all the goat milk you can drink. Okay. Well, that's Islam. Christianity, they so damn confused. They don't know what the hell they finna be in the sky, on the earth, or they don't even believe nothing about the kingdom and rulership and nations gonna get stomped out and they just believe they's gonna be in the cloud somewhere, you dig, in moccasins, singing holy, holy, holy to Jesus. Okay. The Israelites, you ask them, they a little more detailed because they go more about what the Bible say. But even with that, it's vague. It's like, all right, we gonna have slaves. Really? You? Negro, you can't even manage. You can't even manage your closet. What the hell you mean? You about to have you some slaves? We're gonna have some slaves and 7 women gonna take hold of once. We're gonna have about 7 wives, all the slaves. And if we want to, we can rape the heathen women. So this is what you got to look forward to. But what you realize is this is like, don't nobody really know. Don't nobody really know. You feel me? It's no detail to it. It's not. You know what I mean? Even if you get into the ancestral works, no matter what spiritual system you talk about, they not going into detail about nothing. It's all vague, and what you gonna get if you really like interview somebody or investigate it, you're gonna get a whole bunch of I don't know where we going, when we going, how much it costs, what we gonna be doing when we get there, how long we gonna be there. I don't know. We gonna have some fun. I don't know if we going into some danger. I don't know what the hell going on. Then why would I even attempt to even follow this little spiritual system you talk about? Why? You don't know. Hell, you follow somebody that don't know that. Even Yahshua, Jesus say, if the blind lead the blind, both fall where? It's just that simple, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to the CGG. I see y'all in the building, man. Love, light, balance, and all that good stuff in between. You know what I mean? All praises to the creator, the God maker, the maker of suns, moons, stars, you know, man, all that good stuff, man. The ever-present, whose magnitude is incomprehensible. I mean, you can't comprehend him in his entirety, right? And his presence is everywhere. No matter where you at, you can tap in with your maker. You don't need no camp elder, no priest, no Catholic bishop playing with little boys. You need no nuns. You don't need your mores. You got these Negroes online calling themselves mores and rabbis. And that Negro rabbi the other night, and he just was all over the place, looking goofy. You know what I mean? The young Israelite brother handled him. I was like, dang. You know what I mean? You don't need none of that, man. Your creator is just as near today as he was in the ancients. And like my bro always say, breathe in, let the light in. Right? You really don't know how special you are to your maker. You don't need nobody in between you for you to holler. And your creator been hollering at you since before you can remember. Y'all got stories of, look, this done rolled off all our tongue. I should have followed my first mind. I should have followed that first voice. We've been saying that our whole lives. That first voice or that first mind is your maker, the creator. You see what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody in the chat. Love and light to y'all. Let me show y'all that your talents follow thou. They dig into the next world. You follow them. And then they become even more magnified. Big, and you can be, oh, Malachi, I don't believe, man. I don't care nothing about what you talking about. Or what you believe. I mean, if you don't think what we saying is true, then show a better system. That's it. But at least you will worry about what it is, man. You know what I mean? Show y'all this, bro. Your talents follow you. Don't be thinking that your talents right now are too exalted, man. I'm just the best at this. Ain't nobody. And I'm doing too much. Huh? This right here is the book of Lika. OISP. Body blow. Oh, wait. Look at this. We're going to start at verse 12. Chapter 3, 12 through 14. This deal go hard, boy. This deal go hard. We chapter 3, verse 12. Make sure everybody can see that. Easy money. Easy money. Yeah. DC Sniper, what the hell is you talking about? He is in the breath. Oh, okay. I ain't know what you was talking about. I thought you was being funny or something. What's up? How you be? What's the skinny? Further all over. Everywhere. Look at this. Creator Jehovah has said, Creator has said, even as I provided a little labor for mortals to develop the talents I created with them. So similarly, and after the same light, but spiritually, I provided great labor to the high risen inhabitants in my Ethereal world. For which reason, let my children learn the secret of harmonious and united labor with one another. You see that? I gave labor to man, not as a hardship, but as a means of great rejoicing. Oh, so that put a different spin on it when you talking about some work from the sweat of your brow and you're cursed to work. Nah, the labor you've been given to develop your talents is for great rejoicing. It ain't for you to walk around like, damn, I'm cursed. I gotta, curse just the ground for your sake. And I gotta get up and go punch the clock and do this. And nah, you're looking at it all wrong. You're looking at this thing completely backwards. You're looking at this thing completely backwards. Right? He said right here, I gave labor to man, not as a hardship, but as a means of great rejoicing. So labor ain't even supposed to be looked at as a bad thing, man. It's for you to develop your talents. It did because those talents follow you into the next world. Now, you may not acknowledge that or think something wrong with that. Show a better system in order. That's all he's saying. Verse 13. For the talents I gave on corporate is this physical realm, earth, corporeality. For the talents I gave on corporate, I gave not to die on corporate. So whatever it is you're doing, you know what I mean? Your talents, you may be a contractor, a journeyman, iron worker, a nurse, a doctor, whatever it is you know what I mean, that your calling is or your purpose. That don't die here with you. It follows you into the next world. Right? For the talents I gave on corporate, I gave not to die on corporate, but to continue on how long? Forever. So take pride in what you're good at. Whatever it is you're good at, look, be unapologetically proud of yourself and continue to, better yourself, advance that. You know what I mean? You got, like I say, doctors, lawyers, midwives, you dig? All that. All that's important. All that's there to, to keep the society running. But it continues when you cross over. It ain't like you just laying in plush meadows singing holy, holy, holy for 24 hours, 7 days a week for eternity. Look at this. As I gave talent for corporeal mathematics, some of y'all good with them numbers, man. Like some numbers. As I gave talent for corporeal mathematics and talent for building physical structures. Some of y'all good at that, boy. Shout out to the brothers and sisters that's good with them hands. You know what I mean? I heard doing their thing. Like there's a reason why you know what I mean, was attracted to that type of work. There's a reason for it. Yes, a talent for all things on corporeal worlds. What in this? So it ain't just earth, right? Even so have I provided in my Etherian worlds for the same talents. What? What? The same talents, but they'll be exalted. You be way, way more advanced with it. They follow you. You dig? So work on you actually can work on bettering yourself right now, no matter where you at, no matter what you're doing. You know what I mean? You can always, there's always opportunity for you to get better. Dig, and now that you know it, follow you into the next world, you might as well, no matter what you're doing, strive to be the best at it. Strive to be the best at it. You see that? It's a even so have I provided in my Ethereal worlds for the same talents, but what spiritually, in which man on the physical or the corporeal earth, judging the adaptability of talent to corporeal things, may comprehend, understand the nature of the labors I provided in my exalted heavens for the same talents. The same. You see? Whatever you're doing, man, whatever it is you do, man, take pride in it. Dig? Because it's going to follow you to the next world. Like some of y'all good at, encouraging others and raising people faith and vibration, confidence. And, you know what I mean? Some of y'all good at teaching. You know what I mean? Some of y'all good at making music. There's heavenly choirs. They call SNRs. You dig? And they be, look, I can only imagine that heavenly melody, boy. Oh, they probably got that deal cracking, boy. I can only imagine, boy, because if the right song come on right now, you know what I mean, I'm gonna get to dancing like an old man. Like, oh, yeah. You dig? Can you imagine, boy, them Ethereum, boy? Ah, yeah, man. Boy, you mess around and hear that milk. Oh, hers on your back stand up, boy. Like, good night. Because when you hear good music right now, man, it make you move. It make you cut a rug. Now look at this verse 14. And then when I read this, it made me like balance out. Because I'm like, there really ain't no point in you trying to compete with nobody or feel like you ain't moving fast enough or you ain't where you. But look at this 14. It's a neither let any man fear that his talents may become too exalted for the work I have provided. Huh? You think your talents are just so far beyond the work that the Creator has for you? Don't be foolish. Look what it says. For until he has created a firmament and created suns and stars to fill it, he is not half fulfilled his destiny. Backdrop, boy. Man, you don't know nobody that have made a firmament and put suns and stars in it. You don't know nobody that has ever made a firmament and placed suns and stars in it to fill it. And it say, until you done did that, let me tell you something. You ain't even halfway to fulfilling your destiny. Man, look, y'all, this is at your own pace. You might as well, you know what I mean? You might as well slow down, right? And really get what this is. And really get what this is. You ain't name one of y'all, us, including myself, ain't never made a firmament. And not only that, had the power, the training, the education to fill your firmament that you just made with suns, with an S, and stars. To fill that firmament. You ain't even halfway there. Ooh, we. It did. So yeah, man. Never, feel so bad about yourself to where you like, look, what happens is your talents follow you. Some of y'all got a green thumb, coded botany. You know what I mean? All that matters. You dig? So work on bettering yourself. That way you can, become an asset to mankind. But also remember this. those same talents follow you into the next world. And creators say, don't be fearful that your talent, that you done got so skillful that, you know, you're beyond the work I have provided for you. He said, look, you niggas ain't never made no firmament, and you for damn sure ain't filled it with no suns and stars. Until you do that, you ain't even halfway to fulfilling your destiny. So whenever you do that, you only half. Oh, you know what I mean? If y'all understand that, y'all drop a vortex in the chat, man. CGG, it's your little brother. You dig? Let's get into some of this judgment, man. That's what this is about. Shout out to the CGG Credit Gang is in the building. All praises to the creator, the God maker, the maker of suns, moons, and stars. Shout out to the haters, jaw jackers, and naysayers. Yeah. We love y'all too. Yeah, let's get into this. Let's cook, man. I heard playing, arguing with folk about whether Mary was a virgin or if the Levitical priesthood and the man, look, y'all around here arguing about nothing. No, that ain't got nothing to do with your spiritual progression. You advancing, you resurrecting, ain't got nothing to do with it. You just arguing points in Bible that even your so-called church fathers, going back to the first, second, and third century, they've been arguing about all this. And here you go thinking you about to debate somebody, you dig, and find the answers to what they was arguing about, y'all, thousands of years ago. Stop it. They didn't agree back then. All your church fathers, Tertullian, Origen, Eusebius, all these cats, everybody be reading up on today. You know, the church fathers and churches. I got all their books. I read through all them niggas ain't agree about nothing. Nothing. Even the ones that was pumping virgin birth forward, they still was arguing and beefing. And then this morning I was watching Garfield channel. Bro, Garfield. He had like a little, I don't know if it was Catholic or Christian apologetic, but he came on and admitted that Tazaryak won that debate against your boy Inspiring Philosophy, the cat he just debated. And then, so he get to arguing with Christians in the chat, calling them stupid and idolaters. I say, dang, is he talking to Israelites or is he talking to Christians? He talking to the Christians. Y'all stupid, y'all idolaters. You know what I mean? Y'all not in the truth. I say, wow. Well, I mean, it makes sense. They've been arguing about all this. They've been arguing about it. You dig? Okay, I see vortices in the chat. Shout out to Jack. What up, Jax? What's up, Rock? What it do? What it do? Yeah. Cosmine Kruger. What up? Y'all go like, subscribe, sure. You know what I mean? My brother Cal P in the building, son of Yah in the building. What up? Shalom. What's the skinny? All praises to the Almighty. Y'all know what to do, nothing but your regular, man. We in this book of judgment. Speed, the most feared book in this conscious community right now is what we be going into. It frightens the masses. And not for anything evil. You know what I mean? Not for anything evil. It's decoding and bringing answers, but the answers are jarring the spirit of those that, you know what I mean, that kind of listen or that's even against it. They be like, whoa, hold on. Yeah. I thought this was green eggs and ham, Dr. Seuss. Right? So we're going to get into it. Yeah, that's right, sis. Look at this. Chapter 9, Book of Judgment. Speed. Let's get into it. Chapter 9, Book of Judgment. Remember your creator and the magnitude of his creations. Oof. Remember your creator and the magnitude of his creations. Before him, you are only an atom. And there's only one small creature. Good night, boy. They talking about atoms in here. It was written in 1880 something. What do you know atoms around? You don't know about no atoms in 1880 something. They writing atoms in her. Atoms is in the WASP several times. Right? But before like the early 1900s, maybe the late like 1890 something, when the electron was discovered, and then the proton and then all that, yeah, all that's after this was written. So how is the word atom in here? What they know about atoms? You know, back then it was like corpuscles and all that extra stuff, man. But the fact that the word atom and atoms is in OSPI, but the electron and all that wasn't even discovered until like 1897. Book was written in 1881, published in 1882. I found that interesting. I said, what the word atom doing? That electron wasn't even discovered until 1890, like late, damn near 1900. But that's another topic. Look what it says. So remember your creator and the magnitude of his creations. How fast his creations are. Before him, you are only, before him, because you are a creation of his too, right? Before him, you are only an atom. And that's only one small creature. Oh, no need to get puffed up then, right? Let's keep going. Watch this. Nevertheless, a multitude of people make a nation with cities and hamlets. So a whole bunch of these small atoms come together. You start forming societies, nations, right? These are also graded by your God. So it ain't just individuals that's graded. Cities are graded. Nations are graded. These are also graded by your God according to the ascendancy or declension of the whole. Good night, boy. Good night. We got a lot of work to do, boy. You know what I mean? A lot of work to do. Look at this. If a city, and a lot of us from what they call dangerous cities, if a city, then the grades of all the people shall be summed together in a scale of 100. And if a nation, then the grades of all the people of the cities and hamlets, along with the people of isolation, shall be summed together in a scale of 100. So it just ain't individual grades, city grades, nation grades, all that. Look at this. And if half the people above grade 50 and half below 50, the grade of that people shall be 50. And we saw earlier, bro, bringing out the chart of 50. Okay, where the 50s dwell at? Look at this. If only one quarter are above grade 50, then the grade of that people shall be 25. Thus, the grades of a city and of a nation shall be on the basis of individual grades. Hold on, we saw the individual grades. Then pull that up. What you think it's a game? What you think we playing? Hold on. We'll show it real quick, just in case you're late getting hurt. We'll show it real quick. Hold on. We ain't playing no games, boy. Yeah, King Mac, the DC snipers in the field. All right, right here. Boy, somebody gonna be mad, but it's understanding that's being brought forth. If you don't agree with it, bring something better. Objective that everybody can look at. Right? Look at it. This is easy work. All right, so it say the cities and the nations are graded as individuals. I know what it just said. Okay. Let me show y'all something. Right here. The grades of mortals and angels. Y'all got charts and all types. Put it right in your face with it. All right, so the label right there to the left, and your grade to the right. Basically a report card. Labor, serving others 100%, you get the highest atmospheric grade of 99. That means you ain't even concerned about yourself at all. At all. You know what I mean? You only labor for others. Yourself is of no concern. You dig? That's the highest grade. You're completely selfless. That's the highest atmospheric grade of 99. See that? See, the grades and ascension of spirit after death according to the grades and rates. Look at that 99. Highest atmospheric grade of the all pure in spirit. Right? That's why righteous acts done toward others, selfless deeds. Look what that do. Look what that gets you. Look where they get you. You dig? You the highest atmospheric grade before you get into ethereal. Your inheritance, where all the countless worlds of the Creator is at. You see? So if this thing work backwards, in order to, this thing is opposite. In the flesh, you know what I mean, to receive more material, you gotta bring in more. Bring in more. You gotta hoard stuff. You know what I mean? You gotta save all your bread. You gotta bring it in, right? But to get your spiritual riches, you gotta give away more. You gotta give away more. You see, acts of service, selfless deeds get you the highest atmospheric grade. So with the spirit world is opposite. Right now, everybody's in the mindset of just, you know, hoarding. Bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. Run the bag up, run the bag up, run the bag up. You dig? But in that world where we all headed, you dig, it's all based off what you can do for others, not what you can do for yourself. You see? If y'all understand that, drop a 12,000 in the chat. So laborers to the left, grades to the right. So serving others 100%, you get the highest atmospheric grade of 99. All right. Labor, serving yourself 25% and others 75%. You see, you get an atmospheric grade of 75 right here. 3/4 way upward toward ethereal. That's, I mean, hey, that's what's up. Some of us ain't there. Some of us haven't developed or got to that to where we can just completely neglect ourselves and only focus on others. Feel me? And look, it ain't nothing wrong with it. It's just where it is. You still be having to, you know, maintain yourself and what you got going on, especially us today. It ain't as easy just to say, the hell with everything. I'm about to go be a bum, live on the streets and give everything away. And it may not be as simple as that for you. You dig? But that still don't mean you can't, you know, effectively serve others in a pure spirit and righteousness and get your grade up. You know what I mean? And that's why a lot of folks was living away from the cities. They go get you some land out somewhere. You know what I mean? You focus on righteous works done on the others and not the hustle and bustle of city life. Because in the city, you gotta beat your feet. You know what I mean? There's a zoo out in this deal, jungle. You feel me? You on a hamster wheel in the city. You dig? And if you stop moving, boy, you gonna drown. Yeah. So that's why, you know, watch me talk about those as of like minds as the game. You know what I mean? Separate from ooze. Get away from the world's people. And start building your own societies, which is equivalent to the Creator's kingdoms on earth. You see? So 3/4 way upward toward ethereal. And then the beautiful thing is you can always increase your grade. So no matter where you land at, you can always increase. You see? So this is wild because cities and nations are graded just like individuals. So you see that, right? Look at this right here. Serving yourself 50% and others 50%. Like we just read, even with the nations and cities, right? You get you a grade of 50. You're going to be staying in the 50s. You be staying in the 50s. You from the 70s. You from the 90s. You from the 50s. Hey, it's just what it is, man. Some of us, hey, it's just what it is. You can't afford to you know, neglect yourself 25% of the time. Maybe you're gonna hit 450, but you can do 50 for everybody else. You know what I mean? And 50 for yourself. All right, well, you midway between the earth and the emancipated heavens, for sure. But you're gonna be what your spirit is gonna reside in the 50s, right here. All right. Serve yourself 75% and serve others 25%. You get a grade 25. 1/4 way up from the earth toward ethereal, right? And if you just all the way selfish, you serve yourself 100%, your ass is in the first grade. And this where you gonna be. You gonna cross over, and you ain't gonna raise up no further than your nostrils. Right here on earth. It don't pay, y'all, to be selfish. All right? No matter what you got going on. You a person that's very resourceful, and you dig, but what are you doing with it? Because your riches ain't gonna do nothing but enslave you when you cross over. Your riches ain't gonna do nothing but enslave you. You become bound to that. So a word to any those that's in the entertainment industry, anybody that's overwhelmingly rich and all that, it all comes down to what you're doing with these resources and monies that you have. It dig, and it gotta be what is sincere heart and all that. And it's also based off whatever it is that you do for somebody. If they turned around and did something evil with what you gave them, that takes away from your grade. See, so you got to use discernment. You got to understand what you're doing out here. It did, but grade 1, you right here on the earth. You gonna die if you completely selfish. And a lot of us know selfish people. You know what I mean? Selfish people. You dig? When they cross over, this is where they reside, right here. You see? So everything that we bring out, y'all, is about putting it right in your face so you can see what it is. This thing ain't doing. Hey, chill out. Hey, oh, hold on. Nah, little joker, you tripping. Hold on, y'all. Nah, nigga, you tripping. All right, so y'all understand basically based off the righteous works done unto others, you know what I mean, where you will be potentially, residing there once you cross over in spirit. You know what I mean? All right, what's some of y'all talking about? Hold on. Hold on. Where you at? Let me see. DC, it's not good to see you, boy. I ain't seen you in a minute. Everything going with you, all right? You know what I mean? I know things get crazy sometimes out in this piece, but hey, You know what I mean? You still got a brother bombing from the stratosphere for you. You did? Good to see my brother Malaki Macabee, bro. What's good? Love and light to your family, bro. Love and light to your family and your 100 children. That boy got about 100 short leggers, boy. I'm trying to tell you. My brother, okay, we say a simple smile or hello to someone can help, because you never know if they prayed for a sign for the Creator to show themselves. And you just simply be kind. It's considered boots on the ground. Yeah, man. Stop being a misfit your whole life. You understand? Now, just be solid, man. And look, a lot of y'all already like that. Just naturally, just good to folk, man. And hate to see people going through something and willing to give your last. You dig? Like when I first understood some of this system in order, I was telling some of my Israelite bros, like Nehemiah and them, I'm like, bro, you already like this naturally. I've watched you, you know what I mean, go out your way to make sure people good. You understand? Like, I mean, the brother straight put himself last. I said, bro, you don't even know, man. Like, you already are displaying, you understand, the characters of the Creator, because the Creator gave himself away to all. Imagine if the Creator was selfish. Good night. Good night. Imagine if the Creator was selfish. Like a lot of our people that we know. The Creator is selfless. See, so when we talk about the character of the Creator, right? That means, and we when we talk about becoming closer and closer, becoming one with our Maker, but y'all, that means you're becoming more and more selfless. You ain't really tripping off yourself. You understand? You're tripping off others. What you can do to help others. Serving others get you your grade, get your grade up. You see? Serving others get your grade up. All right. But bro over there going through something. It's time to go raise him on up. Get on up, bro. I got you. Yeah. Let's rock. Get on up, sis. I got you. Let's rock. So remember that. You dig? The best way to increase your frequency or your vibration or your rate or your grade is not by putting crystals in your pillowcase. It's not by, you know what I mean, doing any type of the new age madness everybody was doing a couple years ago. You know what I mean? Burning sage. I mean, if you like the way it smells, that's good. I ain't against it. You know what I mean? But I'm saying, leave that where it is. I like the way it smells. You did burning sage and increase your grade, not a smidgen, or decreased it. It's just you burning sage. But how many of us knew that, it's the work that you do for others, the righteous work you do for others, the good deeds you do for others. That's how you increase. You understand your frequency or your vibration or your spiritual grade. And all y'all got to keep it real. When you do something good for somebody, you feel good after that. I'm like, dang, okay. And you know why you feel good? Because your grade is raising. You're increasing your vibration. Real simple. You ain't got to do all the extras. I mean, if you want to do that, if you want to put, you know what I mean, amethyst and all that in your pillowcase, go ahead. You dig? I'm saying it ain't increasing nothing for you. It ain't increasing nothing for you. It's just what it is. You got an amethyst stone in your pocket. You see what I'm saying? Or you got it in your pillowcase, or you put a quartz crystal on your forehead where your third eye supposed to be and went to sleep. Like, okay, that's what's up. Or you drinking liquid gold, all the different things folk was doing years ago, and was actually selling it to you. You did. No, they ain't even doing none of that no more. You know what I mean? They ain't even doing that no more at all. You feel me? Because look, it all faded to black. It wasn't nothing based off substance. It wasn't nothing based off the system and order of the Almighty. Right? How easy is it? How easy is it to get out there and do something good for somebody, y'all? And it don't cost nothing. You know what I mean? It don't cost nothing to be solid. To be real, you know what I mean? You see somebody over there struggling, going through what they're going through, man, you got it, man. Look, go over there and help him out and stop being stingy and second guessing what it is. You feel me? Get your grade up, because trip off this. It's a lot of folk, you dig, that you deem as successful and, you know, the best basketball players and the best foosball players and the best musicians and the, y'all, and listen to me. They ain't rose up past their nostrils. Some of them are the lowest graded individuals on the planet when they come to the spirit world. And then they get brothers that and sisters who don't got it. You know what I mean? Who really got to get out here and do their thing just to keep from drowning. You dig? But that brother or sister give you their last if they had it, man. You know what I mean? Give you the coat off their back. You know what I mean? Look, you take the mattress. I'm gonna sleep on the floor tonight. It's all good. You see? And they have high grade spiritually. But in the eyes of man, they mediocre. You know what I mean? They subpar. You know what I mean? They really didn't achieve nothing in the eyes of man dealing with this, you know what I mean, physical world. Right? But in the spirit, their grade is way more higher than somebody that you deem successful, that you deem that got it. You feel me? So in that world is different. You got to serve and give away to increase your grade, not take in. You feel me? Easy money. Easy money. Yeah, Cal. You remember that that gold, that liquid gold? Man, had Nick Rose drinking liquid gold. Do y'all remember the volcanic water they had Nick Rose drinking? Boy, about what's this year? 2025. About 6 years ago. Man, Nick Rose was walking around here with cases, y'all, of black ass water that had volcano ash in it. Boy, I try to tell you, man, like, look, watch out. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Watch out, man. Watch out. Don't fall for the okie doke. Please don't. All right? Please don't fall for the okie doke. And my brother Jabril, what's the word? What's the word? Folk gotta leave me alone. So it's real simple, y'all. It ain't hard. It's just we make it hard. All right, we make it hard. Let me go back into this right here. Bang. We getting some understanding. Easy money. Easy money. And these brothers and sisters, stay encouraged, man. Stay encouraged. I don't know why I did that. I'm tripping. My bad, y'all. Let me go back here real quick. I'm over here drinking volcanic water. Some damn ash out the volcano, man. Man, I can't take these Nick Rose serious, man. I just can't. I just can't. Then you find all this out, you realize, man, these Nick Rose was selling y'all spirit, right? And then what they selling y'all ain't from no high-raised angel, y'all. These niggas is selling y'all stuff from spirits who still on this earth as wandering spirits. These niggas ain't brought you nothing from no high-raised angel, from no higher resurrection and beyond. They done brought you some niggas that's below the grades. Or, look, in first grade or kindergarten. It is just, being that they're in the spirit world, they got more understanding of the spirit world than you do, because you're still in the flesh. So you thinking like, ooh, that's deep right there. And no, it's not deep at all. You know what I mean? It's not deep at all. You know what I mean? It's just not. They've been selling you stuff from low-raised spirits and got you seal clapping like, oh, my third eye is decalcified. My pineal gland. And ain't damn one of y'all decalcified no damn pineal gland. When? And how you know it's decalcified? What you supposed to be able to do? Levitate? Huh? Walk on water without your ankles getting wet? What is you supposed to do when your pineal gland become decalcified. What is that? And that was something big back in the day. Like, oh man, the vibration of the 5G. And then remember, niggas was scared of 5G a couple years ago. Ooh, the 5G towers. It's 5G. Don't even put your phone on 5G. Leave it on 2.4. Man, if y'all don't get the hell on with all this madness, and people was lapping it up like a lap dog. They was lapping it up. Niggas was scared of 5G. Man, look, y'all, look, leave me alone. Leave me alone, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, stuff is crazy, man. All right, let's get back down to it. So we understand the grades. We understand, you know, the abode of the spirits of the dead or after death once they cross over based off the work they was doing while they was on earth. You know what I mean? Either you was a selfish, vindictive, urine-drinking bastard and you got a grade 1 or you're below the grades, you dig? Or you somebody that's actively enlisted into the resurrection process of the Creator. And you understand that the only way I can rise higher is by the good deeds I do for someone else. It's about this, y'all. Whether they're mortals or angels. See, you even responsible for the low-raised spirits or the low-hanging spirits that come around you. The low-raised spirits, the low-hanging spirits that come around you, they get this light too. We whoop on them too. They got nobody to credit too because they wouldn't even be a wandering spirit on this earth had they already knew about the marvelous kingdoms of the Creator and their inheritance. So any dark spirit that cross over that's still hanging low and they skip across one of us, they got to get this light too. See, you're responsible for mortals and angels and the spirits of the dead. You see? So it's only by service and good works done unto others will you be able to increase that vibration or that frequency. It ain't about drinking gold or, you know, liquid gold or putting damn crystals in your pillowcase or, you know what I mean, you know, decalcifying your pineal gland. And Negroes did that and just as wicked as ever. You see? Look at this. If only 1/4 are above grade 50, then the grade of that people shall be 25. Thus the grades of a city and of a nation shall be on the basis of individual grades. Huh? What you say, Jerry, what you say, boy, was on some straight madness. Ema, you know I ain't lying. Ema Huba. Yeah, look, you know I'm not lying. Sisters was putting crystals in their head wraps. People was duct taping crystals to their forehead while they went to sleep. All in hopes of, you know, decalcifying the pineal gland. That's when you see the face of God, brother. Jacob wrestled with the angel and named the place Pineal. Face of God. Brother. Yeah, I hear you. Look at this. Look at this. This right here is practical. You can start working on this today. No matter what your financial status, no matter where you at. No matter where you at. You know what I mean? Look at this. And the behavior of a city or a nation shall be graded in the same way, like an individual. A certain nation built almshouses and asylums sufficient for the needy, but by its tyranny made an equal number of needy ones. That nation did not raise its grade for the good it had done. See that? See, you can cancel out the good you're doing, you understand, by the evil you're doing. So don't think that you can trick heaven or trick the earth. Don't think that. Don't think you can trick the system and order that the Creator has up. Because if your bad outweigh the good that you're doing, then guess what? You ain't even raised your grade. If anything, you took away from it. You out here flunking. Huh? You out here flunking. That nation did not raise its grade for the good it had done. Read it again. A certain nation built almshouses. Huh? I mean, you can come there and get some relief. You know, y'all know about them. Get your bills paid real quick. Go to a little charity, they pay your bills, and go to little food pantries and and asylum sufficient for the needy, right? But by its tyranny, like the United Snakes of America, Russia, Saudi Arabia, Israel, no matter where you at, look, it's tyranny all over this earth, right? It said, but by its tyranny made an equal number of needy ones. That nation did not raise its grade for the good it had done. Good night, boy. Good night. Another nation built no almshouses, but by its wholesome laws, there were none needed. That nation raised its grade manyfold. You see that? What's the system and order you got in place? Are you tyrannical? Even the Apocrypha tell us men not to be as lions in our houses. You got everybody in your house walking on eggshells and needles. Nah, player, what is you on? So this nation, that nation didn't even build no almshouses, right? But it had a system and order in place to where it wasn't needed. That nation raised its grade. That's what you want to be. Remember, nations, states, cities, and individuals are all graded the same. The same rules apply. Same rules apply. Verse 12. Yeah, bronze, they took the ancient knowledge and made a mockery of it. Not even a mockery. Not just a mockery, should I say. Merchandise of it. You know how many Negroes was skipping around so happy that their pineal gland would eventually, you know what I mean, be decalcified. And so what are you supposed to do once that happens? How do you know it's been decalcified? Look at this. Verse 12. And yet another nation maintained a standing army. Like where you at right now, right? Maintained a standing army in order to maintain itself. That nation stood in grade 1 only. So here you go, the greatest nation in the world. The greatest nation in the world. We can tell you where America and Russia and all the world power stand. What you talking about? What you talking about? Grade 1. Right there. Right there. Man, what's so great about it, D? What's so great about it? All these standing armies and nuclear warheads. So great about it. And if they really knew it, if Vladimir Putin, Kim Jong mentally ill, your boy Donald Trump, you dig, the princess of Saudi Arabia, wherever, you know what I mean? If they only knew the bondage they take upon themselves. And as long as war remain on the earth, you niggas is right here when you cross over. Right here. Bound to the earth. Man, look. You better start working now. Start cleaning up your mess now. These niggas your nation is in the first grade. Barely made it out of kindergarten. The place of this last nation in entrance into the spirit world, the S world, shall be grade 1, which is the animal region. Which is the animal region, which is on the earth. Good night. What you say, Ark? You say your boy selling the liquid silver and 19 keys was selling that gold. Why no? Man, niggas, man. People just need to leave me alone, bro. Like y'all need to have a gang up on them little stages. Yeah, these little powwows y'all be having. These little diatribes y'all be having. Y'all got niggas like Billy Carson up there and 19 keys. Hey, niggas don't know nothing about the spirit world. Nothing. You know what I mean? It's laughable. Especially with Billy Carson, man. I mean, he just got exposed in front of the whole, you know what I mean? And that right there should have been a warning to all you groovy gurus out there. That should have been a warning to you. You did. Billy Carson got exposed by a Christian apologetic named Wes Huff, who ain't no deeper than a water puddle. You got the bragging about how he got elevators in his house and all this extra. Man, get the hell out of here with that madness. And y'all be seal clapping for the dude. He even sold y'all a fake ass book called The Emerald Tablets of Thoth. Had Nick Rose buying it and highlighting it. That book ain't even real, y'all. It's a fake book. Man, I say, man, look, I'm in the wrong business. If it's about getting your chili and getting rich, I'm in the wrong business. I ain't gonna lie, I'm doing something wrong. I don't know how these cats are even deemed or even looked at or even viewed, you know what I mean, as something major in the spirit world. How? You just found out Billy Carlson been lying to you niggas since the 90s. The whole world know now. He been exposed. Huh? But man, you still sit up and go take pictures with this nigga and send him money and buy his products, and the hell is you even talking about? Yeah, that's a made up book. That book ain't real. The Emerald Tablets of Thoth that he's selling is a fake book. He's lying to you. This nigga made millions off of it, cuz. Like, dang, this thing, this worm. Yeah, I gotta leave me alone, man. Just stop, okay? Just stop. You know what I mean? Eventually, y'all gonna have to come out at the game and get the understanding about this spirit. And when you look, if you're talking spirit talk, if it's spiritual jargon coming up off your tongue and palate, look. If you don't know what you're talking about, tap in with the gang. Listen to me. The deepest they gonna give you, or the highest they gonna give you, y'all, it's the damn Enki and Enlil, the Anunnaki, and those are still false gods. Those are false gods. Those ain't none of them the creator. None of them. You dig? That's the deepest you about to get out of Billy Carlson or anybody else. You know what I mean? They call themselves somewhat deep, that like in the Bible, but really ain't, you know, into all the metaphysics and all that. I know, I done been there. Okay, yeah. You dig? But the deepest you're going to get is a story about damn Enki, Enlil, Anu, you know what I mean, and how they made a damn slave colony out of how they manufactured humans, you dig, to make a slave race to mine gold for these niggas. That's the deepest you're going to get. And those are false gods. We got the story of Anu Hassad, you know what? Nigga's a false god. Yeah. Yeah. He's a false god that been to the place of torment, y'all, twice. Nah, yeah, you thought wrong, DC Sniper. No, that's not no ancient book. Billy Carlson made that up. Hold on, girl. Y'all, look, man. Y'all gotta leave me alone, man. I'll leave me alone. All right, look at this right here. It said right here, the place of this last nation and entrance into the S world should be grade 1, which is the animal region. The animal region, y'all. Huh? The animal region. Good night. What is really going on, man? The animal region, right? Which is on the earth. Y'all just saw it. Then it says, whoever dwells in such a land. Whoever dwells in such a land, though he has a good individual grade, shall suffer deduction in the ratio of the grades of different nations of the earth. So, you know what I mean? There's a lot of work to get done. Your grade may be good as the individual. That's what I'm saying. It's important for those that's rocking with creators. It's like that. That's why they separate. They separate from ooze. They separate from the world's people. You can go get them some land and build their own societies, which is equivalent to the creator's kingdoms on earth. You know what I mean? Then that city, nation, or kingdom gets graded as a whole. It's better off we do that. You dig? But the longer you stay around these misfits, these spirits of darkness and all that, it's actually, even though your grade may be good, it's still, you know, you still are taking one step forward and two backwards. You feel me? It's just time for those that get it how they live to be together for real. You understand? That way, as a group, we good. As a group, we good. Look at it. It said right here. Right here, verse 15. But whoever dwells in a nation high in grade. But whoever dwells in a nation high in grade shall be ascended in his own individual grade. As these grades are on earth, so have I made them in its heavens. In all cases, depending on what one does for the resurrection of others. Look at that. Look at that. See, we supposed to be serving and working for each other. You did. As the grades are on earth, so have I made them in the heavens. I mean, ain't that what we've been showing? Ain't that what we've been showing? What are these niggas talking about? Look. Look. Yeah. Yeah. In all cases, depending on what one does for the resurrection of others. So you should be looking to make the next man, woman, and child better. Helping them develop their talents. Looking out for them. Right? You really ain't tripping off yourself. If a city, nation, or a kingdom in heaven does to others in resurrection, then it shall be credited accordingly. But if there is no gain in the good that any of these do, they shall receive no grade below the grade. Kindergarten, pre-K. Huh? Look at this. But if they increase in raising individual grades, then such cities and nations are rising in grade. Consider your nation, oh man. Compare one generation with another, and as to the relative proportion of individual grades rise or fall, so shall you determine whether your nation is ascending or falling in grade. Number is paupers and criminals that's to increase or decrease. Do not consider. So when you grade the nation, individual, city, state, do not consider its wealth. See, here you go tripping off of how much money an individual or a nation or a city has, how wealthy they are. I mean, how many Bitcoin reserves they have. You see what I'm saying? That's what you're doing. He say, don't look, it say right here, do not consider its wealth, ships, armies, or great buildings. Don't consider, even when it comes to an individual, don't consider how wealthy they are, how many fly whips they have, how many guns they have, how many big mansions they have. None of that is to be considered when you're spiritually grading an individual, a nation, a city, or a state. And these are the very things that you grade them off of today. Those type of things that you'll be on some, you know what? Yeah, man, that's a great nation right there, man. They're wealthy. Look at their ships and standing armies. Look at all the skyscrapers. Or with an individual, you'd be like, man, look at his net worth, man. Shit, look what he worth. Look how many fly whips he got, man. He over there, he got a personal jet and all that. He did. Look how many guns, but what got all military weapons, man. Bro, I ain't playing. Look how many mansions he done bought. When you are considering the grade of an individual, a nation, or a city, the very things that you deem successful, creators say, get that out of here. Get that out of here. That ain't adding a smidgen to your report card. Look at this. These all together are only one grade. The first grade, bro. Good night. Grade 1. And are of no value as to the spiritual grade of his people. Good night, what? See, the playing field get leveled. In the spirit world, you can't come in the spirit world with that madness. You dig, bragging about, your accomplishments and what it is you can do, man. That means absolutely nothing. You accomplished all this, but you was mean as hell. You was evil as hell to folk. You wasn't serving nobody with all that. You wasn't getting your grade up. You wasn't, you know what I mean, assisting people in resurrection and pulling people up out of their darkness. Nah. You was on some look at me. Look at how wealthy I am. Look at all the cars I got. Look at all the guns I got. Look how many houses I got. That deal said these all together only one grade and are of no value as to the spiritual grade of his people. Dang. Look at this. For the strength and life of your nation depend on its spiritual grade. For the strength and life of your nation depend on its spiritual grade, not the standing armies, not your wealth, not your ships, not your buildings. For the strength and life of your nation depend on its spiritual grade. Pursue this course and you shall prophesy truly as to the growth or the downfall of a nation. So is OWASP teaching us how to prophesy too? Yeah. Because the same rules apply whether on earth or in heaven. Whether you're talking about an individual or a nation, the same rules apply. So we ain't just reading probably to teach you how to prophesy, how to calculate what it is. The Book of Sky, Earth, Spirit, or WASP tell you, behold, there is no secret in heaven. Cycle follows cycle like spring follows winter. You know the cycles, you know what it is, you can call it. Just like NASA can call a solar eclipse or a lunar eclipse. Or just like you can say, you know what, tomorrow morning the sun is going to come up. Tonight the moon is going to come up. You can boldly say that. Why? Because you know the cycles. And the same thing with prophecy. Once you know the cycles of a thing, you can call it. So we ain't just licking our fingers and reading prophecy. Talking about we prophesying. You actually are learning how to. Good night. 23. Pursue this also with regard to the nations of the earth. You shall determine the relative place of your own nation in the S world, in the spirit world. Oh, wait, if you get some understanding, y'all go ahead and drop a 10,000 in the chat. It's your little brother. No. Huh? I drop a 10,000 in the chat. Easy money. Easy money. All praise to the great spirit. We got on the screen right here is From Darkness to Determination, a practical guide on conquering depression and trauma. Published in February 2025 by yours truly, your little brother, Malaki Macabee. If you're interested in purchasing, you can holler at me directly, or the purchase links is in the chat. You go on Amazon. I sell them individually or whatever you want to do. Also, you want your frankincense, myrrh, or just any type of designer smell goods, all that's in the description box. Man. Tap in with your brother. Doing some work, but it's about conquering depression and trauma. A practical guide, what you start doing today to become victorious over them dark spots in our minds. We all go through it. Every last one of us. I mean, we all gotta fight to get ourselves out of them dark spots. You dig? I know with me, I be having to shoot my way out. I ain't gonna lie to you. I be having to shoot my way out, boy. I refuse to be stuck in a dark spot. I gotta shoot my way out, boy. No. Nah, trick no good there, boy. Y'all tap in with you, bro, man. I mean, CGG still cooking. I see y'all in the building. All right, let's get to this next chapter. Y'all know how we do, man. We ain't here to play with nobody. Mighty cuddle. Tiptoe through no tulips or none of that. All right, we get some understanding. Let's get into chapter 10. Let's get into chapter 10. Easy money. Yeah, you dig? And then the gang is out here bringing you the creator. We not bringing you deities and none of that. Big. We bringing you who you call Yahshua was praying to. Right? We bringing you God's maker. Right? The maker of suns, moons, and stars. Omnipotent, all powerful. So that means anything you read about your God being weak, that's false. Anything you read about the creator, you read God and or Lord, and you assuming this is the creator, and it says, oh, something he couldn't do. He couldn't do this. Or the weakness of God, like your boy Paul, but the weakness of God. Man, look, all that shit false. Like that ain't got, maybe your God weak, not mine. The creator ain't weak at all. He's omnipotent, all powerful. You understand what I'm saying? All knowledge or omniscience or anything you read that implies ignorance to the Most High, the Almighty, the Creator. You did? That shit false. What you mean? Yeah, you mean he don't know? He don't know, and that right there proves that Yahshua, or who you call Jesus, is not the Almighty. He's not the Most High, because he even tell you of that day and hour, no man, right? Not me, not no angels, only my Father in heaven. Well, that means that Jesus, or who we call Yahshua, is not all knowledge, because there are things he don't even know. That killed the whole argument these niggas was debating overnight a couple days ago. Is Jesus the Most High? What the hell is wrong with y'all? But that's what these Christians out there pumping, man. They pumping that hard too. They saying that Jesus, who slid out of the womb of Mary, is the Most High, the Creator. That's what they saying. You niggas is nuts with that. That's crazy. I never thought that. A little easy read. He'd tell you my Father is greater than I. There is none good but God. There is none good but one. That is God. He's talking about his Father. See what I'm saying? So they out here, man. There's all type of madness going on. And look, you got to critically examine this stuff and call it for what it is. Arrive at a sound judgment in your mind. You dig? Easy money. Easy money. But bring you the Creator, man. You dig? And we ain't even here to take away what it is you doing. We just here to show and declare the ever presence of the Creator. You dig? Now, what you do with that light when it hit, it's inevitable. You can try to run and put it off and, you know what I mean, deny it. There, you can't stop the march of the Creator's light. Once that light seed has been planted, eventually you're going to be saying Creator. Yeah. You're going to start identifying the false gods. Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna stop. Look, you're gonna slowly stop watching all these broods and the little Torah portions they come out with every Sabbath. Yeah. Well, once you get hit with the light, there's nothing. It's inevitable. You're gonna be over this way. Got Nick Rose changing their names. JJ got hit with this light. JJ 7000 from the Lions Den got bombed with this light, and he's a voodoo priest now. Instead of coming over here with the gang and saying, dang, that's true. He's in denial. He became a voodoo priest and changed his name to Mandinka Mali or some madness, right? I just found out a couple days ago, Elder Tiny Gun, little slow belly, y'all right. He done got bombed with this light and changed his name. Guess what Yara calls himself? Guess what he fancies himself to be? And look, the night we debated them, he had on a shirt called Nigga Brew, and he had Woods and Pain over there with him. Man, we ain't seen none of y'all since. Boy, you probably threw that shirt in the trash when you got done with us. Yara has changed his name, y'all, to Black Sage. Woo! Boy, Jabari got a divorce, got remarried, we ain't heard from him. Apostle slapped the wig off his wife's head. Man, I'm telling you, because they're still in denial about that light instead of coming into agreement with it. So I'm coming to the agreement with the, the creator and his marvelous, marvelous system in order. They went the opposite way. These niggas start renaming themselves, slapping their wives, getting divorced, doing all type of crazy. Like, what is all this? All this is the blowback. So there is no stopping the march of the creator's light, man. You can't stop the creator. None can. So when the gang swing through and we speaking, this marvelous light, it actually plants a seed of light within you. You dig? So it's inevitable. It's inevitable. But the crazy part about it, either you're gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna get down with that, or you're gonna go to the other extreme because you can't believe. You can't even come to any type of realization, you dig, that what these brothers are saying is true. So you'd rather jump into denial. You know what I mean? I'm talking about all types of crazy behavior be going on, man. You know what I mean? You ain't seen boo-boo since little old girl that was chewing her gum and trying to hold her cleavage up, all in the camera, talking about some she finna get to the Hebrew. You ain't seen boo-boo since. Matter of fact, what's Sadetta called her a damn demon that night and kicked her up off his platform. You ain't seen her since. Yeah. It be all over but the shout, man. Yeah, Prince JJ is a self-proclaimed voodoo priest now. See, this is the type of stuff you can't make up. He's a self-proclaimed voodoo priest. The nigga Yahra changed his name. What happened to your new Torah movement, Yahra? Huh? Slow belly. What happened to your new Torah movement? So now you're the black sage? Oh my God, man. Chapter 10, Book of Judgment, OI speed, man. Hey, just look, we still cooking, regardless. We still cooking. Let's get into this. We be having fun doing this. We be having fun. You dig? That's crazy because I'm still the hammer. I ain't never dropped Malaki Macabee. I ain't changing nothing. Hell you mean? You niggas over changing your names, and dropping your flags, and what's going on? What's really going on out here? Woo! Boy, these niggas have dropped their flag, changed their names. Man, I don't even know them niggas over there. Dang. Meanwhile, we done elevated. We giving you something higher than just the Lord God and all that, nigga. We giving you the creator. The reason it's creator, look at the behavior, look at the character. You know what I mean? We can embody that, then take that and make the world a better place. Based off behavior, love, life, liberty, and happiness to all without the sacrifice of any. And we ain't watering creator down over here. Never watering them down. No, because I'm tripping. I'm not about to water creator down just because you don't like it. I don't care nothing about what you like. So what? What that mean to me? I'm talking about your maker, our maker. I'm not watering the creator down. All powerful, and whatever says he's weak, the hell with it. All knowledge, whatever is written that say he's ignorant, the hell with it. Ever present, omnipresent, filleth all space and place, and whatever you read that says that ain't what it is, the hell with it. And unseen, not in form and figure of any man, woman, angel, or animal. And even Yahshua told you, ain't nam man seen, nam, N-A-M, ain't nam man seen God at any time, nor heard his voice. You get mad at me when I say, no, you can't see the creator. Ain't nobody seen him. Nobody. Ooh-wee. Yeah, I know you mad and spilt your coffee. Pissed. But you be all right, though. Chapter 10, Book of Judgment. Oh, speed, boy. Let's get into it. Easy work. A little water there, boy. Look what it say right here. Look what it say right here. Easy money. Easy money. All right, watch this. What it say? It say, you will remember, though, man, by your God. Your God, right? And admonish and instruct it for your soul's sake, so that you may become a glory to your Creator and to yourself. Notice God always referenced the Creator over there. Even God praises Creator. Because God is a creation. God was made by Creator. God is a creation. And notice how God always give Creator his props. Always give Creator his praise. True God, that is. So that you may become a glory to your Creator and to yourself. Hear then your responsibility and its extent, and consider the magnitude of your own grade on earth and in heaven, which is in proportion to the power and distance of your reach. Yeah. Of which I have also graded all men on earth and in heaven. If your creator gives you strength to carry 4 men on your back, and you will carry only one, you shall be 1/4 grade, or 25. But if you carry the whole 4, you shall be full grade. See, that's why your grade is based off, you know what I mean? It say right here, based off your extent. Yeah, right? In proportion to the power, right here, which is in proportion to the power and distance of your reach. You got the strength to carry 4 men, but only carry 1. Okay, well, you know, you don't get that. That's a 1/4. That ain't a whole thing. That's just a 1/4. And some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. That ain't a whole thing, boy. That's just a 1/4. I know what he say. All men on earth and in heaven are graded the same way. Based off what? It's based off proportion to the power and distance of your reach. Okay? Look at this. Look at this. What you think is a game? What you think we playing? You think we playing? All right, right here. One man has the means to feed 1 man. Another has enough for 1,000. And another for 100,000. These are the distances of the reach and power of these men, which is the extent beyond which nothing more can be exacted of them, on earth or in heaven. Yeah, so your reach may be only to feed 1 person, based off, you know, your condition in life, whatever. You know, he may have it. You can you know what I mean, feed 100,000 people, right? But it's all proportioned properly. Just because you got it to feed 100,000 don't mean your grade higher than the one who only got it to feed 1. It's all based off your extent and your power. You know what I mean? Real spill. Verse 6. Yet when they have all fulfilled these to the utmost, they shall be in this only equal in grade. So yeah, so the cat that got the authority or the power to reach to feed 100,000, and the one who only has the power and reach and influence to feed 1, if you fulfill that, y'all equal in grade. It ain't like just because you more resourceful on earth, you dig, that you get a higher grade than me. No, it's all based off your power and the extent of your reach. All right. Like if you be credit gave you the authority or the power and the influence to feed 100,000, you better feed 100,000. You dig? If it's only 1, feed 1. Right? But if you don't fulfill what it is he put on you, you dig? Then guess what? You take away from your grade, or you get a lower grade. But the cat with the 100,000, with the power and influence to feed 100,000, and the one who only got the power and influence to feed 1. If they both fulfill what the Creator put on them, y'all, they're equal in grade. See, Creator's fair. Just. If that makes sense to y'all, y'all drop a 7,000 in the chat. The Creator's just, man. Great is just. That makes sense. See, the playing field is leveled in the spirit world. You can't get that off because you got more big head Ben Franklins than me. Because you got more blue big head Ben Franklins, $100 bills than me, and which probably all y'all do. And which probably all y'all do, to be honest. You know what I mean? But notice in the spirit world, you can't, all that, you know, bragging about whatever it is you got going on, that don't fly. It's a no-fly zone. That don't fly. That don't fly there. And that feel good that it's like that, man. You know what I mean? Because had it been left up to this world, you dig, those who are economically disadvantaged, financially disadvantaged, like most of us are, you dig, we wouldn't stand a chance in the spirit world. It was based off the system and order of these Negroes or these mortals. Man, based off their rubric, you dig, shit, we ain't even worthy to even have a life, a family. Nigga, you ain't got, how much you got in your bank account? If you got one, nigga, compared to what he got going on, man, come on, bro. So I love it, the spirit world. Yeah, all the playing field is level. You can't get that off over there. You know what I mean? You can't get that off to enter into the resurrection academies of the creator. You over here bragging about how many M's you got put up. You know what I mean? Or how many cars you done bought, or how many, no, none of that fly over there. You dig? And the beautiful part about it is, you dig, it's all based off what you doing now. So anybody that you know or anybody listening, you dig, that is very influential. You got plenty of resources. You understand? More money than you could have ever imagined. You dig? Be careful that you don't get bound to that. Be careful that you are serving others and doing what you're supposed to do with that. You dig? Because if not only do you take away from your grade, you're low in grade, and when you cross over, you bound to all that. Stuck. So I love the fact that the playing field is level. You can't even get that off. It's all based off the good we do unto others, regardless of how many resources you got and how many I lack. You got to fulfill it based off your reach and your power. Get it done. Oh, wait. How we looking at here? I see y'all 7,000. Let's rock. All right. Verse 7. Verse 7. Look at this. It's easy to understand, man. But if they fill in their parts, the responsibility of one shall be 100,000, and another shall be 1,000, and the least shall be only one. These are the debts me and owe, the people of the nation, the city and hamlet. So look, if you don't fulfill it, boy, you owe 100,000 back to the board, boy. Y'all play dominoes, get in that yard, get in that bone yard. That's bad money. I know if you play, if y'all slap bones, you already know. You play that bad money. That's bad money. You owe that back to the board. Woo! That's how we play. You count that bread up and it's wrong. Bad money. Bad money. Negative. You owe that back to the board. Boy. So that's letting you know you better fulfill what it is that the Creator put on you. Especially, and look, that's mainly for those who got it. There's a lot of people around here twisting their mouths claiming they got it today, man. You know what I mean? What you doing with it? What you doing with it, boy? You better be doing good with it. If not, you owe. You owe. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Look at this. Consider therefore the darkness of the people of your nation, the poverty and the crime, and judge yourself as to your own responsibility. And this rule shall apply. And this rule shall apply both on earth and in heaven. And your grade of responsibility in heaven shall begin even in the same place you established it on earth. Where you were short, you shall labor. Where you did fulfill, you shall rejoice and be without compunctions. Same rules apply. And death don't alleviate you from your or relieve you from your responsibility. Or you were short, you shall labor. You owe that back to the board. What you mean you ain't fulfilled what it is that the credit gave you the opportunity to do it, gave you the resources, the authority, you know what I mean, to go ahead and get it done, and you did. You did. You see that? This rule shall also apply. Come on now. Let's keep going. This rule shall also apply to the king, queen, emperor, and all rulers who have means and power, and the responsibility shall extend to all the people of the kingdom or empire. Nor shall this responsibility be escaped by death. But the bondage in heaven shall be according to the avoidance of the trust imposed. What? The kings, queens, popes, rulers, whoever, man. Hey, that's why I said earlier, if they only do the bondage they put on themselves, Donald Trump, all them. Here y'all go seal clapping and crying. God sent Donald Trump. You're snotting. I voted for him. And you know what I mean? He's going to save America. And man, do y'all know you're looking at a slave? When he entered the spirit world, that man is going to be a slave. And there's a whole bunch of folk waiting on him. Yeah, he may get put in the hell not quick. Who was that Negro y'all loved? Y'all was crying over him when he got elected. Barack Hussein Obama. Yeah, young Barry. He killed more people quietly than Trump and Biden combined. Obama was a murderer. Yeah. Boy, he dropped so many hellfire missiles over in the Mideast, boy. You can't even compare with what he did to what Donald Trump doing. Yeah. You talking about men who are going straight to hell knots, places of torment. You dig? If they only knew the bondage just coming, man. They only knew. That's why we good on all that. We ain't no leaders over. You said what, LeChuck? No, go ask your brother, sister. I don't know. Okay. Well, I'm handling my business, so I don't know what you gonna do. You be all right, boy. Look at this. Look at this. See? You know what I'm saying? Look, we over here talking about where we all going. We all headed this way, y'all. Man, there ain't no spiritual system even told you about it. You just, when I get to heaven and it's gonna be exuberant and okay, boy, Granny got her wings. Look what you talking about stuff that ain't even written in your book. And then I realized, I said, dang, they don't know. Ain't none of the spirit. The false gods have did such a great but evil job, though. It's evil, but it's great, right? And I'm saying it's great, not in the sense of it being good, but in order for you to keep all 8 billion inhabitants of this earth clueless, you dig, about the spirit world, that took some ingenuity there, boy. That took some ingenuity. How do you fool 8 billion people? How? Consider then what you shall be surrounded, encumbered with in the spirit world. Look at this. Pursue this philosophy, and you shall determine what the labor of the king shall be, and of the queen, and the great ruler after they have died and entered the spirit world. Find the grade of their respective dominions, and you shall determine by its ascension the duration of their bondage in the first resurrection, whether it is 50 years or 500 years. Good night. But if the emperor's dominions are in declension, meaning they're fallen, instead of resurrection, good night, boy. Then on his entrance into heaven, he shall be what? At the mercy of the spirits of his kingdom, who shall be waiting for him. And he shall not escape them. Boy, can you imagine the Adolf Hitler? Good night, boy. a Mao Tse-tung, a Joseph Stalin, boy, King Leopold, demonic ass, boy, they waiting on you. Slave Master, Master Crenshaw, waiting on you. Huh? When all these great rulers who are tyrants, when they enter the spirit world, y'all look, they gonna be at the mercy of the spirits of his kingdom, who shall be waiting for him. There he is. Huh? God is one. And he shall not escape them. Good night, boy. Good night. Some other heavenly kingdom shall deliver them. Otherwise, they fall into anarchy and madness, aka hell. Good night, good night. If y'all getting some understanding, y'all drop a 3,000 in the chat for the Arc Cycle Cosmon, man. PGP still cooking. Y'all know how we do. Huh? Y'all know how we do. Good night. I want to work this new thing already. Ain't a different time to work. Yep. Sister Tyler, you right. Oh, wait. All about the understanding. We in this joint getting some understanding. That's right. That's right. All praises to the Creator, the maker of suns, moons, and stars, the Creator, the God maker, all powerful, all knowledge, filleth all space and place, and yet unseen. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. I'm getting to this right here. Gang is bombing. We got, look, y'all, we got presentations on the way and all type of stuff. Man, I was talking to Daryl last night, man. Daryl Cosman, y'all, is the mad scientist. I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all. My brother's serious, man. He on a whole nother level when it comes to that, like the science and the science and like the philosophy aspect of Owaspi. Daryl is a monster when it comes to it. Like the way his mind operates, man, he be digging like he always, no matter what it is, no matter what the concept is, like he'll dig a little deeper than most of us. Like he'll, we ain't really got to dig too deep to go ahead and bring the understanding out, but I'm talking about just how deep he'll dig and then pull it back up to the surface on you, like. Dang, I see that. Dang, that's crazy, boy. Where you get that from? All you had to do, Malaki, was you dig a couple feet deeper. You the guy. Okay, dang, my bad, bro. Good looking. And Daryl's a whole nother level. And you dig his decorum, his patience. You know what I mean? I ain't never met nobody that patient. Period. Like brother's a whole other level with it. But I'll be slicing and dicing and bombing you the whole time. You be like, man, what? So yeah. When it comes to, if you ever watch the Ninja Turtles, Daryl is Donatello, the one that wore the purple. You know what I mean? That a nigga beat the breath out of you with a bow staff. But Donatello was a genius. He was the one inventing stuff and figuring out all these different scientific and mathematical equations. That's Daryl, man. You know what I mean? That's Daryl for sure. You know what I mean? Cal is the Raphael. You watch, and when I say Ninja Turtles, watch not the animated, but the actual movies. The Ninja Turtles, you'll see Raphael's a problem. He straight no nonsense. He don't play about nothing. Like that's Cosmo. That's Cal right there. Cosmo and Kruger. He did the one that wore the red. I guess you call them bandanas or whatever they got on. He did, and then Sela, Leonardo. Yeah, the swordsman. You did the swordsman. You did, but he the one that Master Splinter got like leading the missions. You did, but they all work together. It ain't like no. You did, but Leonardo, that's Sela. That's Leonardo. You did. They call me Mikey. I'm the little one, the young, and just so happen I'm younger than all them too. I'm the youngest one with the orange on. You did. I don't know why y'all got me in orange. I don't even like orange, but yeah, but he used the nunchucks. So you got Michelangelo, Mikey. He used the nunchucks. Vortex on the nunchuck, boy, pop you right inside your forehead. You got Raphael. He used, what's the name of them short ass pitchforks? I forgot the name of them, but he called it throwing them deals. Donatello, that's Daryl. He got the bow staff. Or club you to boy damn near to death, and then Leo is the one with the swords. You dig? That's the gang, man. That's the four horsemen right there. So the Turtle Gang, four horsemen. You dig? And we dub ourselves the four horsemen is because we are plagued to the false gods, kingdoms and empires. So now you read Revelation in the four horsemen, war, famine, dictatorship, and death. But our message is opposite. So the one that bring the war is peace. The one that bring the famine, we talking about, abundance. Dictatorship, that the one that bring the dictatorship, we the ones talking about something that ain't no leaders or none of that. We are brothers, creators the leader. And then the one that's bringing death talk about life. So our message is opposite of what the four horsemen, you understand, get up is in Revelations, and even though it's opposite, it's still a plague to their kingdom. Because how do you cancel war? With peace. How do you cancel hate? With love. Yeah, so y'all may hear this sometime, 4 horsemen. And I'm like, well, dang, that's messed up because that, but nah, we are plagued to the kingdom of the false gods by bringing the light of the creator. Our message is opposite of theirs. See that? Yeah. You know what I mean? And you really prophesied about your own downfall, which means you saw us coming. You saw us coming. Well, I didn't even know these brothers. How did we just out of nowhere link 4 or 5 years ago? Long 5 years. Well, we link. I ain't know them. You know what I mean? Oh, wait. All right, let me see what we at right here. It's all good, man. It's all good. Chapter 11, Book of Judgment. Oh, I spade. Shout out to the credit gang, man. Shout out to the bros. All right, right here. Book of Judgment, chapter 11. Chapter 11. Make sure everything's straight real quick. I'm getting all types of. I mean, okay. He's got some good news. Okay. Man, look, it'd be good to get a green light every once in a while, man. Dang. I get so many red lights, it'd be crazy. Shout out to my brother Prince Judah Vaughn. What's the word, brother? Yeah, man. I know you got a new name, Cosmine Chris. I was thinking about calling you Prince Cosmine, man. You know what I mean? But you know, you got your name. I was gonna start calling you Prince Cosmine or Prince of Cosmine, something like that. You did, but I know you got your thing going on, brother. But hey, much love to my bruh. You dig? Coming up in the ranks, baby. And the brother explains just so Waspy very, very well, very thoroughly, easy to understand. You dig? And Prince, look, man, I know we all go through our dark periods in life. You dig? Just be determined to blow through it, right? You raise up and declare it. I'm gonna blow through this. Creator, guide me. I'm gonna rise up and do something great. Creator, just guide me in doing it. You dig? You'll blow through it. You feel me? So stand tall. And I'm speaking from experience. You know what I mean? No matter what you got going on, all right? You dig? Especially when it comes to relationships, women, and man, look, bruh, like Big Sis told Ahura. Serpentio Armies told Ahura. He was like, but that's my friend. Man, she checked, bruh. She said, your only friend is the creator. Get him out the line. You got a break in your line. And he looked over and he talking about his homeboy, like, no, hey, Big Sis, but that's my boy. She say, look, your only friend is creator. Woo, boy, so stand tall, young Prince, you know what I mean? And you already know you got brothers and sisters that support you know what I mean, on every level. So, whatever it is, stand tall. We got you. Chapter 11, Book of Judgment, oh, I spade. Yeah, Prince Cosmine, man. I kind of likes that. Chapter 11, Book of Judgment, oh, I spade. Remember your creator in the comprehension of his kingdoms with an S. And consider the words of your God. It's crazy because people only talk about in the religious world, they only talk about one kingdom. The kingdom of God. And then you get over this way and find out it's countless kingdoms. Huh? Remember your creator in the comprehension of his kingdoms and consider the words of your God. All men profess to desire resurrection. They hope to ascend to exalted heavenly spheres. A heavenly what? A what? A sphere? Good night. Yeah, I like that Prince Cosmine. That's dope. I like that better than Cosmine Chris. Prince Cosmine. That's hard. But look, they say all men profess to desire resurrection. They hope to ascend to exalted heavenly spheres. Yet many will not even try to exalt themselves. Huh? He says in one breath to not eat the flesh of anything created alive is the highest, but immediately he fills his belly with flesh. He says to return good for evil is the highest, but he does evil even before the sound of his voice is hushed. And yet he will find fault with his creator. If holy angels do not promise him a high seat in heaven, good night. Boy, who is this? Huh? Who is this hypocrite? How you gonna say in one breath, stop chewing on animals, and then immediately you chewing on loin meat? How you gonna be about the peace policy of non-resistance, but you know what I mean, or just peace period, doing good period, right? But you turn around and do evil before the words are off your mouth, and got the nerve to find fault with Creator. If the holy angels do not promise you a high seat in heaven, boy, if you don't go sit down somewhere. And there are others who constantly profess to have the higher light, but they go about tattling. Hold on. Huh? You got a loose lip, you better put a collar on them. But they go about tattling and making evil remarks about their neighbors, man. See, it's a lot to work on. You gotta, hey, look, it tell you over this way. Matter of fact, Yahshua and Waspi tell you, don't even speak on the shortcomings of your neighbor. Only speak on the good he do. This is the quickest way to raise somebody out of darkness, not by reminding them of the evil that they are doing, right? Because they already know what they're doing is wrong. But speak about the good they do. You start slandering and talking bad about folk and all that. You know what I mean? How you professing to have some type of higher light when you know we supposed to be raising people up out of their darkness? How do you do that, Malachi? By speaking on their wisdom and virtue, speaking on the good they do for others. What you mean? That's how. It's real simple. Here you go, want to drive it down somebody, you know what I mean, or put it in somebody's face about their shortcomings. Look, everybody already know. Everybody already know, you know what I mean, what they going off at. They don't need you to come over there reminding them. Everybody already know. You know what I mean? He know what he doing is off. Here you come talking to remind me, yes, brother, I must rebuke vow. They already know what he doing is wrong. Instead, you should come over and say, bro, look, I see that project you got going on, man. Hey, I'm proud of you. Keep that up, man. You're doing good. You know what I mean? That's going to, matter of fact, it's going to be good for not only for you, but for anybody else involved in that, bro. Keep going. See, when you do that, that naturally makes somebody start leveling up. Like, oh, okay. Okay, now you see the good I'm doing. Huh? Yeah, many of these do good to others, giving to the helpless. Truly, they are both rising and falling in regard to the resurrection. Look at it. So you doing good, but you're speaking evil about your neighbor. You doing good, but you're speaking evil about the sister, brother. Huh? You rising and falling. We call that hustling backwards. Hustling backwards. You taking one step forward and two back. You hustling backwards. See, it's all practical, man. The measure of the grade of such a person shall be by weighing the whole behavior as to which result in the community where he abides. And this rule shall apply both on earth and in heaven to all such people. There are men who do great good to others, and are talented as well, but who are great liars and much prone to exaggeration. Yeah. You got to fight that, man. You dig? Not just a lying, but exaggerate. So that their good works are outbalanced by the shame of their tongues. See? So you can balance out again. The good you do can be canceled out by the bad or the evil that you're doing. You actually end up taking away from your grade or not advancing at all. You see? So on every level is making you conscious or aware about the good you're doing and to be on the lookout, you dig, for the bad that could potentially happen or the evil that can potentially happen through actions and even your speech. Zip that up. So how you always like, who is you? How are you an inquisitor of every damn body? Huh? Zip that up. I'm pretty sure you got things you need to be working on. Why is you always talking bad about what somebody else got going on? Huh? Go raise them up. You dig? But the good that you do can be outbalanced and canceled out even by the shame of your tongue, which you're speaking. You dig? Well, now you gotta what? You gotta be on guard with your mouth, man. You can't just be out here rubber lipping, just out of it, just spraying stuff everywhere. Oh, but brother, today I did pretty good. You know what I mean? Fed the homeless. But you was over here talking, you was just talking bad about old girl. Put all their business out in the streets and all that. Don't get your good deeds canceled out. Huh? Look at this. It is. Look at this. The grade of resurrection of such people shall be modified or benefited only a little by their good works. But they shall be weighed as to their evil habit, whether it is increasing or decreasing. And the grade of such men shall be accordingly, and shall come under the rank of spiritual disease. Good night. Do y'all hear this? Boy, you over here spiritually sick. Dang. Hold on. And the grade of such men shall be accordingly, and shall come under the rank of spiritual disease. Why, Malachi? Because it will be entailed upon them, attached upon them into the S world, the spirit world, and shut them out from the grade which they manifested. Hey, look. It don't even benefit us none to be out here doing good and then turn around and say, look, you know what? I did look good today. Let me go do a little evil. Man, hey, don't get your good deeds canceled out, boy. Huh? And it follows you over into the next world. Huh? And it's a spiritual disease. Yeah, you got to clean that up now, man. And look, that's why we be on what we be on. Like, we're not giving no passes. Look, I'm God tripping. Like, look, it's too much to clean up. Got so much to clean up over the years. They ain't got no time to be playing patty cake with you. No. Look at that. Y'all see what that is? Hey, come on. It's time to go. You on a sinking ship, Huh? Good night. Look, don't get your grade canceled out because you can't control your mouth. Huh? Or you can't control, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is about you that's bringing harm and evil to someone. Because if you ain't doing good to them, what are you doing? What are you doing? Some people get a kick out of that, you know what I mean, of other people being shamed and falling. And man, go raise the brother up, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, crack jokes sometimes and all that, but we even got to be careful with that. You know what I mean? The shame of your tongue can outweigh the good that you do. Boy. Look at this. Oh, y'all, this little wasp hit hard. It's practical. When you search for the grade of a city, all such persons shall therefore stand as grade 1. First grade. There are some who say, I do not care for the spiritual man or the spirit worlds. One world at a time is enough for me. Yeah, we know people like that. But I ain't really tripping off none of that. Deal with that when we get there. Look at this. It is. And they may be good as to the way of the city, contributing alms to the helpless and visiting the sick. Nevertheless, they utter truthfully their own resurrection, which shall stand grade 1. First grade 2. You ain't even test, so it benefits you every bit in every way to tap in and start your process of resurrection. Tap in with the spirit world. Do good on the other. Look, it benefits you in every way to start now. You know what I mean? Not like, I don't care nothing about it. Just based off your own profession, boy, you're going to be in the first grade when you cross over. You know, first grade, you still got your backpack on and your sticky name badge on your chest. You know what I mean? Go to work with your little Sonic lunchbox, or go to school with your little Sonic lunchbox, and you got pencil boxes and all types of, man, look, in the first grade, boy, you still got the sticky name badge on. Hold on. This is no crime in them, but an unfortunate imbecility of spirit. You're imbecile. When such persons die, their knowledge for the most part dies with them, and they enter the S world even as if they had died in infancy as babes, because you wasn't spiritually discerning when you was living. But you did good, But when you cross over, you're going to enter the spirit world as if you had died in infancy, Jack. Grade 1. Right here on the earth. Because you're not spiritually inclined. You're not spiritually discerning. You're so caught up in this, but you still do good. So it ain't no crime, but you're an imbecile in spirit, Jack. You're imbecile in spirit. They shall stand grade 1. First grade. Because owing to their weakness of spirit, they need to be habited on the earth for many years. People like that don't raise up past your nostrils. They ain't raising up past their earlobes. They're wandering spirits on this earth in the first grade. Hold on. What you think is a game? What you think we playing? Watch this. There are others. There are others who are forever talking about heaven and consulting the spirits of the dead, who are nevertheless low as the good works and low in holiness of heart. These shall be graded the same as liars and hypocrites. Huh? Hold on. There are others who are forever talking about heaven and consulting the spirits of the dead, who are nevertheless low as the good works. So yeah, they talk a good talk, they spiritual. These people that tell you they spiritual, right? But the works don't match it. They graded the same as some liars and some hypocrites. Because how you talking about the spirit world, but you ain't doing the work that's needed to be there, to enter the higher resurrections and all that. You talk about it, right? But where your work at? Oh, you ain't got none? Guess what? You enter the spirit world with the same grade as liars and hypocrites. So what all this is saying is you can't cheat the system and order that the Creator has set up. You can't cheat heaven. You can't cheat heaven. See? So look, it benefits us in every way just to put good out so we can get it back, and also to check the evil, our evil mouths, our evil tongues, and any evil action that we may be doing that bring harm to anybody. It did, because if you're doing good or great works, but you still talking evil and doing evil, you're taking away from your grade. It's canceling out the good works you do. You can't cheat heaven, man. You shouldn't be trying to cheat nothing anyway. Be sincere. Stop being a misfit all your life. For in prophecy, you shall estimate the sum of all the virtues and vices of yourself, your neighbor, and of the whole city or state, or even the world, and accredit the grade in ascension or declension. You either rise or fall. You either getting better or worse, right? And you shall compare one generation with another as to the increase or decrease of its spirituality. If you compare the way, quote unquote, African American families and neighborhoods and all that was in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, compared to what it is now, morale has fallen. Morale is fallen. You know what I mean? Morale is falling. What the way we was, back in the 40s, 50s, and 60s is further ahead than where we are now. We have fallen as a so-called people. When it comes to morality, we have fallen. The family structures in shambles. You understand? Ain't no more men in the houses for the most part. Your children are young wildins, YNs. Huh? Nah. So if you compare one generation to the next, see, it's that easy to decide or to figure out if we're ascending or if we're in the declension, if we're in the resurrection or we're falling in the declension. It's that easy. I'll just look back. All I gotta do is look back and look at the behavior and what it was compared to now. You know what I mean? Shit, the YNs are running the streets now. The young niggas. The YNs. You dig? And they out here with millions of dollars, murder for hire. I just seen young Lil Durk, one of his little homeboys, boy just got, I'm like, what is, man, these little cats is wilding. You dig? Just nigga kidnapped the cat at gunpoint, duct taped him and killed him, robbed him. Just got booked on it. I say, what? Man, these little cats is out here wilding. Wilding. You dig? Got enough to put a price, a bag on your head, boy. You see? No, we've fallen. We're in the declension as a people. We're not in the resurrection. We're not rising as a people. We're in the declension. Thank the creator for creative game, boy, because we out here cleaning these streets up. You know what I mean? And gonna keep like bombing. Don't care nothing about what nobody got to say about it. You dig? But now we in the declension as a people. Morale is at an all-time low. Ain't no morals. Hell you mean? Ain't no morals. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. It says, and compare one generation with another as to the increase or decrease of its spirituality. Huh? Huh? Look at this. And you shall know in truth the standing of the whole world. See, so we can take it, we can actually, I mean, we can actually do this from micro to macro. We can start with ourselves, huh? Our cities, our states, our nations. We can even compute and prophesy the rise and fall of the world. By comparing one generation with the next. Dang, look at that. Have we gotten better or worse? We done got worse. Niggas done got worse. Care what nobody say. Worse. We worse off than we was. Back then in the 40s, 50s, 60s, we was together. We was together. You dig? After the 60s and all that, you dig? You know, that's when all the gangs popped out. You dig? Because, of course, all the civil rights leaders was being murdered. Fred Hampton in there, MLK, Malcolm. You know what I mean? The brothers was being murdered. And then a lot of them who wasn't murdered was sent to jail for 30, 40, 50 years. Geronimo Pratt and all them. Tulu Shakur. You dig? Niggas was sent to jail for hellas. And out of that grew the gangs. Here come the gangs. Here come the vice lords and the gangster disciples and the Crips, the Bloods, the Hoovers, here they all come. Here they all come. You see, family structure was destroyed. And now you got all the YNs, the founders of all the gangs. They was little niggas. Little niggas 17 years old. Raymond Washington, 17. Jeff Fort, the founder of the Black Pea Stone, 17. Larry Hoover, founder of the G's. Look, they was little niggas. 18 years old. 18 years old. Tookie Williams and all them. The co-founder, these niggas was little guys. Yeah. Yeah. So the YNs, you dig, then decided to start forming gangs and doing their thing. Why? Because all the men was took up off the map. They either was killed, I'm live. No, they was either here.
Oh, thank you, Apple.
No, it's all good, little Joe. Dang, boy, you made me lose my thought. Yeah, but all them was young. All them was young. You know what I mean? And why? Because all the civil rights leaders was either murdered, you feel me, or put in jail for like 3 or 4 decades. So what left the YNs, the young guys on the streets, and they start forming gangs and all that. And then they see Brothers Uniting. They CIA and them coming to the cocaine import agency, come in with the coke. Come in with the coke to start funding the legal war off the books. They use the cocaine, You know what I mean? And the profits from that to buy guns, you know what I mean, to fund an illegal war down in the Contras. And that crazy part is we grew up playing a game on Nintendo called Contra. Where mercenaries was flipping through the jungle, killing folk and all that. We not knowing that was an illegal, off-the-books war that was funded by the murder and death of the YNs and the gangs in the inner cities. You know that shit. Now you look up 30, 40, 50 years later, we in the 2020s, you dig? And just look at the blowback from it, man. Look at the blowback from it. It's horrible. Horrible. War zone. You see that? So now we've fallen. I'm talking about the African so-called quote unquote black or African American community. It's fallen. It's fallen. The morale is at an all-time low. You dig? And so we got work to do, being that we got, you know what I mean, this higher light. We got work to do. We got to go clean up that mess. Right? So that's why I don't want to hear no complaints. You know, oh, they're out there, they're sagging and selling drugs. And man, look, it's time for you to go clean it up. You got the mop, don't you? Go clean it up. You dig? That's the problem. Y'all scared to talk to these little jokers. Y'all scared to get out there and look them in their face. You dig? And relate to them. Shit, some of them little niggas just need a hug, man. What up, Doc? You all good? You know what I mean? Some of these cats that grew up and ain't never heard the words, hey, I love you. Huh? They don't know nothing about it. Then look, and then grew up in a war zone. You dig? Look at this. It said, and you shall know in truth the standing of the whole world. Look at this. And from this you shall also determine the time when man came on the earth, how long the race will survive and bring forth, and the time he shall become extinct as to the earth. You learn how to prophesy over this way, man. If y'all getting some understanding, y'all go ahead and drop a 5,000 in the chat, man. Y'all know CGG. We here to cook. We here to cook. I'm gonna end it right there, for real. I'm hearing about 3 hours. I gotta get out here and beat my feet some more. Y'all know how I go. No, that ain't the big homie in the building. That ain't the big homie in the building. Love my brother, man. Nehemiah. Wow. What's the word, y'all? What's the word, y'all, kid? Yeah, Contra. We used to play Contra back in the day. Yeah, I've been doing for, I don't know, man. I ain't even heard that. What's up, Jeremiah? What's up, little Joe? Hammerhead, little Joe. What's happening? You all right? Yeah. This little Joe would be tripping, man. Yeah, I see y'all nephew. This little Joe would be wilding. This little Joe would be wilding. Hold on, let me stop the screen. Y'all see this little clown, man. This the running the letter right here. Yeah. He be wilding. YN. Man, what you want, man? You want to talk to me about what? What you want? You sorry? Yeah, man, you can't be, you be over tripping sometimes. Who got some food? Me and Mike got some food? What? Nah, I ain't even heard about that. Y'all can't even not. Y'all see this little joke? Man, hey, come get this little joke. He be swinging from the ceiling fan and all like, boy, get out! Wow. Young Wild. What's up, Jeremy? What? Trip. Going off. They're not hit my baby no more with Joe. But man, who don't know? I still remember the code to Contra. Up, down, left, right, A, B, select, start. What you mean? I still remember the code to Contra, boy. You know what I mean? Somebody tell you to turn up, man. Nah, don't turn up for real. This little joker here, man. Y'all better get this little joker. Tell it. Turn, wow. What you want, some of my water on? Nah, look, you ain't put no backwash in my water. Let y'all be wild, man. Yeah. I'm glad everybody got some understanding today. You dig? They over shouting you out, Jeremiah. Hey, what up, though? Well, if I showed y'all this picture, let me show y'all this picture. Hey, go over there and grab my book right there. See right there under the TV? You see them books on there? Grab the book on top. Let me show y'all. Yeah, grab that one. Bring it to me. Let me show y'all this little dude. Now, this little dude be wild. Watch this. Man. My little dude, though, he be tripping. Hey, man. This little dude be wildin'. This little dude be wildin', man. I'm for real.
That's funny.
That ain't funny, little dude.
That's me.
That's you.
I'm taking my shoe.
That's you putting up the wrong finger, little joker. Yeah, I know who took the picture. Man, this little dude is on one, man. He be 5 in a couple months. But I'm saying, I'm talking about his birthday January 11th, Angelic. This is right up your Uncle Nehemiah alley, though. Nehemiah. Hey, man. This little joker be for y'all better come get this little dude, man. That is what I deal with. Look, he got a brother, a hammerhead Hicks, 2 years old, so they be my hurt this, man. Man, I be having a body slam these little jokers. They be tripping. Hey, man, what is you doing? I see. Y'all come get your nephew, man. This little joker crazy. Yeah, your Uncle Nehemiah say turn it up. Don't tell this little joker turn it up. Put that here. Go put that back. Put it back on there. All right, little joker, watch out. Man, that little joker, look, that little joker was going down there 10 pounds. Like 9 pounds, 8 ounces. I said, man, he's dude gonna get proud, man. Big. Yeah, man, you already know. Patriarch of the clan of the Hammerhead Jokers. All good though, family. You know what I mean? I'm about to get out here and eat real quick. You know, get a little more chili. You know what I mean? You gotta make sure you get your chili out here, man. You gotta the hamster wheel. You gotta constantly beat your feet and keep something rolling. You dig? But man, love, life, balance, man. I'm not answering that. I'm not answering that. I'm not answering that one, brother. Answering that one, man. Yeah, he do got a big spirit, man. He's a live wire. From the moment his feet hit the floor, you dig? To the moment he lay down, it's like I be having to wrestle this little dude go to sleep. Like, man, if you don't go to sleep, you tripping. Sour Patch though, man. Everybody love him. We walk up in daycare like, you dig? Oh, Jeremiah. And then I get a call like he done punched out somebody. I'm like, what though? You wild, you know. One of his teachers kind of funny acting, if you know what I mean. Man, I ain't gonna even tell y'all what you next call. I ain't even gonna tell you what he called him. I'm like, let me go pick my little boy up, man. On the show, I'm like, yeah, man. Oh no. I'm pretty sure it's more to come messing with me though. I'm still active. I don't know about y'all, but man, it is what it is, man. All praises. You know, man, look, he be running around here. All praise Creator. Thank you, Creator. Thank you, Abba. What's up with y'all? Oh, good. But yeah, y'all, and look, it's always an honor getting on here chopping it up with the family. Y'all know that. We right back in like a day and a half. What? What's the day? We're right back up, but not tomorrow. Tuesday. right back at it like I left something, like my brother Cal say. I'm back for the side order. All praise to the Creator, man, to make us sun, moon, and stars, the great spirit that always was, is, ever shall be. You know what I mean? The omnipotent, the all knowledge, really all space and place, and not the form and figure of any man, woman, angel, or animal. Hey, y'all, today is an excellent day to get out there and do something good with somebody. So do that. Do that. It can't look. It can't do nothing but help you and them. Don't do nothing but help you and help them. So love is love, man. Love all y'all. You dig? And you know, we'll tap back in again shortly. You dig? Create a game. You bring them, we raise. You dig? Until the next time, family. Let's cook.